voting like the Germans treat the driving school, man. Why not, man? Have a
That's what I'm
class,
saying.
a civic. I've said this before on the podcast. Have a civics class before you're allowed to vote. At least you know how the government works instead of just showing up and being like, you know what? Somebody on the internet made me feel good about this person that one time, so I'm gonna vote for this person, even though I don't know shit about them. Like a multiple choice test, like, okay, Joe Smith, you want to vote for them. Here are a multiple choice tests of policies that this person supports. If you get an 85 or above, you can vote for this person.
Nope. I'm gonna fail voting for sure.
Yeah.
Let's start with
voting requires competence, man. It should.
Voting.
Yeah, like you have to know what you're voting for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
absolutely, dude.
Did you see that video of Marjorie Taylor Greene and Jasmine Crockett just like going back and forth in Congress the other day, and everybody's talking about it, and I'm just like, so here's the thing that like cracked me up. I'm not going to go too deep into it, but it's basically it was a cat fight in Congress. It was a cat fight. I showed the video to my son, and even my son looked at me. He's 11. He was like, what are they talking about? And I was like, that's my whole point. And he goes, and so they get done, and there's like a bunch of like, oh girl, please, you just talking noise. I think was like two like actual. Those are things that they actually said in Congress.
Yeah.
And I was laughing to myself because I was like, there's nothing more 2024. Like some of the greatest speeches that we have ever received as human beings have been delivered on the floor of Congress.
Yeah.
Well, some of the wisest men that have ever spoken to us about some of the most deeply philosophical issues. Like we abolished slavery in this country on the floor of Congress. Like people debated, like the Declaration of Independence came out of the First Continental Congress. The Constitution came out of the Second Continental Congress. The Bill of Rights.
Facts.
Some of the greatest political documents that we have ever received on the face of this planet came out of Congress. And then you fast forward to 2024, and in the congressional, by God, the congressional record, there is, girl, please don't play. You just talking noise. And I'm like, this is just so indicative of where we have come as a people.
It is.
That you can hold these two documents up to each other and be like, here's the floor of Congress in 1789. Here are the minutes from Congress in 2024.
Let's take it back a year.
Just look at it.
Last year, somebody got it up the butt in Congress and put it on the internet, right? Which is great.
Oh, that's right. You know? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It was the whole thing.
You know what? I can explain what happened today.
He was just showing us what the rest of us are getting as Americans. Right. He's like,
it's a simulation
of a simulation.
It was just an allegory. Like, hey guys, this is what's going on. No, man, you know what it is, bro? Today is probably that those chicks spend so much time around each other that they probably synced up. You know what I mean? And they just kind of went at it.
That's what happens when you're in the same house.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't deal with that over here, man. All
lunar cycles.
In this house. Yeah, lunar.
There's too much T over there. Capital T.
All T, baby. All T all the time. All gas, no brakes. High speed, low drag, test this man.
Right. My wife's got to keep up.
It's a race, bros, and I always finish first. I guarantee it. Trust me.
Well, we jumped into this one. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to I Came With Fire podcast. We're here with the boys from the Marclair Project. Give them opportunity to Josh and Shawn to introduce themselves in whatever order they want to choose.
Okay.
Can't really approve of either of the hats they're wearing, but that's okay. So let's go with Shawn. Let's let Shawn introduce himself first, man.
Mixed man Shawn.
What's up, guys? Before I even introduce myself, I know all you guys serve, so let me just start off with saying thank you for your service. And
thanks, brother.
Thanks, man.
And I go by the name Shawn, part of the Marclair Project, and I don't even know where to start. So, but we'll just start off with my name, and Marclair Project. Me and Josh. We go way back. We started a podcast thing into. So
hell yeah.
Josh always.
What does way back mean?
Like 97, like hella years.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That is
like Power Rangers was still new on TV, right?
Yeah,
like that's how we met. Right, Pokemon original.
I was watching Saturday morning cartoons in 1997.
I was
Bro,
10
exactly.
in 97.
So you know the time. I remember that too. Saturday mornings. Now I don't think people have Saturday mornings. Like we looked forward to those mornings.
Yeah,
Amazon
killed
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazon, like the streaming
like
culture. They killed it.
Yeah, you're right, dude. Sunday edition comic strips.
Exactly.
You get like the full color, like pull out page to page. You know, absolutely, man.
Yeah. So we've been friends since that era, and Josh always speaks really good about you guys and said, you know, he kind of told me like, you know, he uses you as an example for like kind of stuff that we do, and so it was kind of like, man. You know, he thought it'd be a good collab, and I was like, I'm always, you know, happy to come hang out with you guys, and
same, man.
You know, so I don't even know if I introduced myself properly, but this, you know, that's all I got right now.
You did a good job.
It's all good, man. We got Shawn and Marclair Project, so
yeah. So
we'll get into the weeds later.
Yeah. Hand the mic to Josh real quick and let him, because usually when we do our thing, Josh goes first, and that's the rule. I'm like, bro, you gotta go.
See, I kind of got that vibe, so that's why I put you on the spot, dude.
Yeah, you mixed him up. You mixed him up, dude. You
gotta mix up the mix, man.
He wasn't ready.
No, I was not ready. Yeah, but
that's all good.
It just hit me. It's Friday evening. It's Friday evening in California.
It is, dude. That's why I've got a drink going.
Cheers to that.
Cheers. And the weather is perfect. California weather today in the Bay. Like it's summertime, but it was still kind of hoodie weather, like a little cloudy, but the sun is out.
That's the best.
And like the air's hella fresh. I had a badass sandwich. It was a good day. Like Ice Cube said.
What kind of sandwich?
But that's the thing that irritates me the most is like the most beautiful places in our country, because people rave about San Diego, right?
Yeah.
Sunny 72, 300 days out of the year, and yet like what happens, man? The most beautiful places in our country just ruined
because everybody wants to go, man.
Libtard idiot communists that go there and take it over, and they're like, you know what this place needs? Socialism. And you're like, no, it was perfect. Like, what are you doing? Yeah.
No, dude, it is. It's a shame walking around, man. It really is. It is a beautiful place, though.
Yeah.
As long as you can dodge the heroin needles. It's perfect weather.
Yeah, watch
That's
where you
why
step.
I wear like shin-high boots, you know,
Yeah.
and the poop on the sidewalk.
So, dude, the road stoppers are coming back for sure. They are.
Looking like
this
CHP.
year, I'm surprised like it waited so long to get like nice.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
No, it has.
It was. Yeah. It was
like
weird
mid-May.
spring.
I'm like, damn, finally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm kind of surprised too. It's been kind of like a late onset spring.
Yeah, but raining randomly.
But global warming, boys. Global warming.
Yeah. I mean, that's why it's happening.
Yeah.
I don't believe in global warming. I think that climate change is a thing, but I don't think that global warming is a thing.
That's a beautiful articulation.
I believe in global warming about as much as I believe that Lizzo is a beautiful woman. If you
I mean, that depends on the man. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, how much cholesterol do you like in your females? I don't know.
I mean, I like
a lot of low density lipoprotein going on over there, dog. You know,
I like a thick, chunky milkshake like the rest of them, but you know, I don't know.
Snickers or a Crunch Bar, dude. Like, what's going on over here?
Wait, so Josh doesn't need to introduce himself? Like,
no, he does. We're getting to him. We're getting to him. No, don't think he's getting off easy because he's gonna have to explain that. He needs to explain that Raiders hat.
Like,
Sean's like, my God, let me out of the hot seat. Like, I'm done, dude.
Right?
Get me out, dude.
He's just like keeping the conversation going.
He's the kid that's in front of the class, and he's like, please stop asking me questions about my book
report. Like that. It feels like, hey, now you read the book. You and I'm like,
right.
That's too funny.
Listen, we all know I didn't read this book. Please stop asking me questions.
He's like, I got passed all the way up to 9th grade, but I'm actually the 5th grade reading level. So
they just asked me because they didn't want to see me again.
No child left behind, dude. No child left behind.
It was a terrible book. No pictures. I do not recommend.
Don't recommend.
This book sucks. It's horseshit. Yeah, that's funny. So, all right.
Where are you from, Josh?
Is that it now?
It's your turn.
Okay.
It's your turn.
All right,
Thanks,
cool.
Shawn.
Hey,
thanks
Josh,
so much.
I go by Jay Wells. We have fun on our Marclair Project, and we're just bringing that over to the I Came with Fire. And 26 years, my homie Shawn and I have been creating, being silly, and just trying to enjoy life, you know. We met up there in the Bay Area. That's where Shawn's at. I'm currently down in Los Angeles serving my country in the United States Air Force. And it's an interesting life. It's an interesting life down here. But, it's been fun. I can talk career stuff, whatever you want to talk about. But I like the creative stuff, music, digital graphics, all that kind of stuff. That's what me and Shawn been getting into. This podcast adventure,
heck yeah,
Brandon, super inspirational for me to say, you know what, let's do that. So
that means
it's
a lot,
cool.
Man.
It's cool to get the call and say, let's team up and let's have a chat. And I like where you guys are going, Chris. You guys are tearing it up.
Oh, thanks.
Appreciate that, man.
Excited to be here.
You guys are definitely seniors in this game for sure.
Yeah.
We're excited to have you guys here too. And like one of the things that Brendan and I have talked about this extensively, but like the podcast game and the democratization of information on the internet is so amazing because like if you think about the fact that, like 100 years ago, even in order for a person to put their collective knowledge like into work or something to save it for their children and their children's children, whatever.
Yeah.
You had to be able to write, or you had to be able to publish. Like you could journal if you wanted, but that's not going to reach anybody. Maybe you give it to your kid, maybe your kid reads it, maybe he doesn't. But like you had to be able to write. That was the only way to preserve knowledge, right? Yeah. Or you had the oral tradition, and you could tell somebody a story, and they would pass it on. But then it's like a giant game of telephone. Yep. You got the podcast space now, and I think that it's one of the greatest things that's happened to human, like the preservation of knowledge, where we can talk to each other, because you have like some random like Detroit auto worker or a plumber from say like Kansas City, and he can get on a podcast if he wants. Like we use Riverside here, but there's like Streamlabs, there's all kinds of stuff. You can get as deep into it as you want, and he could just sit down and talk about how to properly line up a joint, how you do this, that, like how to solder, and like he can preserve this knowledge and talk to a guy in Japan at the same time on the same day. And that guy was like, man, I'm really glad that I found this on the internet because I was just trying to figure out how to do this in my own house. And isn't that kind of like an amazing thing that we can do?
Dude, yeah. It's like a digital library of Alexandria.
Of everything that ever existed. And it's kind of amazing. And I'm glad that we have it.
It is amazing.
That's one of the reasons I'll touch on it
at the same time.
And then jump off of it. But that's why like free speech is so important. And that's why the people that try to censor people on the internet, like, dude, just let people go at it, and then the people that have good information and the best ideas, let them win. Like just let us fight, dude.
Yeah.
Because there's some people who are like, oh, there's too much misinformation, and I'm like, as soon as I hear misinformation, I hear, oh, so people are saying things you don't like.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all I hear.
I'm all for free speech, just not speech I don't like.
Yeah. Well, I got a bad thing to tell you, dude. Hate speech is free speech.
It is
Go cry about it.
Yeah. I think that is powerful, right? Like this is incredible. Cool. Like we were able to sync up with our cell phones, laptops, whatever it is. Microphones are incredible tool. So we just have, you can do so much with it. Podcast,
and there's like no delay.
Whatever it is.
Well, and then on top of that, like apes together strong, right? Like you say thank you for us having you on. Like, dude, thank you for coming on, because like the truth is we're forming like little groups on the internet of like-minded individuals that are going out there, and we're telling people, no, you're not crazy. Yes, other people feel like you. Yes, we're all seeing the same thing. You're not nuts. No, we don't like men going into women's bathrooms. No, we don't like, and just insert issue. No, we don't like people trying to kill babies that are 9 months old. No, we don't like the Raiders. I'm going to double down on that one. No, we don't like. But it's like you're dealing with like the censorship regime, like on TikTok and these other giant platforms, and they're trying to convince you that the world is a certain way. right? My granddad taught me when I was like 9 years old. He said, don't believe anything you hear and only half of what you see. And if he was still alive today, I wish I could show my granddad the internet with AI, because oh my God, was he correct.
Dude.
Oh my God. And he didn't even know like how bad it was. He just watched CNN.
I'll say it again, bro, that I'm just waiting for the day that I'm in court and I'm watching a video of me doing something absolutely illegal, but it's not me. And it's an AI version of me that is so indistinguishable from real life that everybody thinks it's me, and I'm fucked, because that shit is coming a lot sooner than you think it is, dude. Just think about like last year, that video,
it's probably
that picture.
Already here.
It is both. An incident not to that scale has already happened, right? Think of when they circulated that image of the Pentagon on fire, right? There was an attack on the Pentagon. It was an AI generated image, and that caught all the attention. I blame AI. I blame the news cycle. The same thing with what happened to the border crossing there in Canada and New York. Within an hour, it was all kinds of these. It's a terrorist attack. Here are the passports of the people that were in that car, even though it exploded. And these passports are magically made of an indestructible material, right? It's like, give everything a few hours before you start digesting and making an opinion.
Wasn't there a movie that they did that on, dude? Where there was a somebody like hijacked the news waves, and they were showing like a terrorist attack on the Capitol building in DC, and then the main character's like inside of like a shop, and he's like watching it on his screen and on the computer screen, and you see like the Capitol building go up in flames, and he like runs outside, he looks down the street because he can see the Capitol building, and it's fine.
I don't know.
That was in a movie.
I'm gonna look it up. Keep talking. I'm gonna look it up.
That was in a movie, and
if
the
it
whole
isn't
point
yet,
of that
bro,
movie
you
was
better get some rights on that.
Right.
You heard it here first. But no, that was 100% in a movie, and the whole point was the dude he created like a.
Eye?
There it was. Yeah.
Oh damn.
Well, yeah. It happens once in Eagle
Shia
Eye, but
LaBeouf?
Shia, is it Shia or is it Shy?
Shia.
It's Shia.
Shia LaBeouf.
LaBeouf.
That dude's a trip.
He is, bro.
There's an interesting redemption arc.
You guys are not AI, man.
Actually, that's it. The podcast is over.
You know?
It only takes 17 minutes. That's it.
Can you prove you're not a robot? Click on something.
Right? Bro,
how many bicycles do you see in this frame?
Did you hear about that AI that actually got one of those captcha tests to trying to get online and went on Reddit and made a post and asked somebody to operate on their behalf to pass the test so that they could continue the process that it was doing?
Really?
Yeah.
I've heard that that's a problem.
Dude, I'm telling you, iRobot, we're all gonna die.
No,
I do like those memes where it's like it shows just like the jungle, and it's like in order to get to the next screen, it was like find all the VC in this.
Yeah. Exactly. You can't. Why? Yeah. My name is the Lorax, and I speak for the trees. The trees speak Vietnamese. Yeah, exactly.
Bro,
man.
With this AI thing, like you don't even need to ask the right question. Like something showed up on my feed, and it was like it had all these questions. Like, what do you want to know? Just click it. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions. It gave me a bunch of information on its own.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, I didn't even have to come up with a question. It's like, what do you want to ask? He gave me like 6 different options. I was like, let me just learn. It was just the Bay Bridge picture. It was telling me how it was built, all this shit. I was like, it's kind of dope. I kind of went to school in the morning, like
on your drive to work.
It's like, bro, honestly, I'm learning more by hanging out with you guys and just like on some social media and like the stuff we learned in school. We could have done that in like a couple of weekends just by scrolling.
No, for real.
But this is a triangle. This is a parabola. This is that. Like, that's a couple of scrolls. You don't have to have me go way over there in the morning.
Yeah. No, man. The internet in general, not just AI, right? ChatGPT has definitely changed up the game when it's come to school. You know, like my fucking shout out my brother, right? He uses ChatGPT pretty often to help him write papers because it shows him like formats and stuff like that. It's like, hey, how do I, what do I need to do for Turabian style citations and all this shit? It'll do everything for you, man. And it's at the same time, people need to understand this. And I'll say this, I don't want people to really take it to heart, is that AI is a net neutral, okay? AI becomes net good or net bad or bad or good when humans do something to it. Just like anything else, it's a creation of humanity. Everything it knows, it's been taught. Everything it does learn, it learns and deduces from everything that humanity puts in front of it. Okay.
Yeah.
And it can make decisions on its own and get to the point where you're talking about artificial general intelligence and whatever that looks like. I'm not an AI engineer. I'm not that intelligent. I'm not Sam Altman, none of these people from wherever. Right. But at the same time, people got to understand, like, these things are tools until, you know, you teach it to do something that's either good or bad. It is just a tool. It's like the gun argument, right? A gun is a neutral object until you use it for either good or bad. It becomes whatever it is. And that's the same with AI. You can use it to cheat. You can use it to help you write something. You can use it to solve a math equation. You can use it to write script, you know, in Python or whatever you want to do. It's a net neutral until it becomes either good or bad. And humanity, again, is the arbiter behind all of that. And people have to understand that, is that this thing that you're afraid of is run and made by human beings. And you need to understand that it's a tool until it becomes a tool to do something you don't like. So don't be afraid of the tool. Be afraid of the people using the tool and running the tool and making the tool.
That's the scariest part.
It is.
Well, at the end of the day, it has no moral compass and it has no common sense.
Right.
Just like
GPS. It can't do either of those two things.
It's common sense or it's moral compass, right? It can make decisions on its own. It's like a generic or unoriginal, unauthentic form of morality. Because you can ask it questions and it will give you a moral insight into whatever it is. But you're essentially asking a machine to deduce something that is based on everything it knows about human beings. So it's like it's a mask almost, which is scary.
Right. I think what I was trying to say is, like, well, human beings, right? You have a paradigm of the world that's built on experience, right? A machine doesn't have that. Like, you actually interact with the world. Like, a machine can't feel, taste, smell,
correct,
see, right? The way that you do. Like, I'm reminded of
a human.
Right, I'm reminded of like a song tag, right? Because you and I, we go back and forth. If you guys don't know, Brandon's the cinephile and I'm the musician. Like, so we go back and forth. We kind of compliment each other. But there's a song line in a worship song that always gets me, and it says, "My eyes."
You broke them. It was quick. It was too quick.
Nailed it, dude. It was. Stop it. I'm up. He sees me. I'm down. So the tag is like, my eyes are small, but they have seen the beauty of enormous things, right?
I love it.
And so it's like, if you really break that down and you think about it, right? Like, could a machine understand exactly what you're saying? Well, it would go, well, yes, obviously the size of the globe of your eye is very small, but it can capture. It's like, that's not what I'm saying. No. That's not metaphor. What I'm saying. Like, can you understand the metaphor? And that's where I'm going. Like, a human being can take in, I have a small brain and I understand that I only have like one life to live and one lived experience. And I'm filtering everything through the collected knowledge that I have, that people have given me, and then the benefit of the experiences that I've had along the way, right? Not to get too deep and philosophical, but then a human being has this amazing ability to also change. Like, we've seen it all the time. In fact, some of the most motivational people that we know, I went through my entire life. I was an alcoholic. I was a drug addict. I was a derelict. I was, a ne'er-do-well. Nobody liked me. Nobody did anything and cared about me. And then all of a sudden I come to a point where I hated myself so much. I hit rock bottom. I turned it all around. I started working out. I did this, and like, my whole paradigm shifts and changes. A computer literally can't do that.
Yeah.
It's only going to spit out, like Brandon said, it's only going to if then, and it will continue along that path of if then. Yeah. That's my point. There's no empathy to it, because it can't filter anything through any level of emotion.
The scary thing about AI, because you're right, it can't empathize with you as a human because it doesn't have a lived experience. But when you ask AI a question, if you are one of the people running it, and you're an AI engineer and you're watching it make a decision, AI rationalizes based on what it thinks you want to see, okay? Or thinks you want to hear. And the scary thing about it is if you ask it a question and it'll say, well, what does he think I want him to know? Or what does he think, or what does he want me to think or say to him?
Right.
And it will use deductive reasoning, which is something that humans do, right? And it takes into account your response and the way it interprets the way you're typing to it, right? So in a way, it is measuring your emotional response.
It's
and giving
psychoanalyzing
you, which is scary, because it will say, okay, well, I don't think this person is going to like this answer, so I'm going to give you this answer, and this is the one I think you want to see, right? And I'm not an AI engineer. I don't understand completely how all of this works in any way, shape, or form, but it will get really, really scary, I think, here. And between now and the next 10 years, just think of the last 10 years, how an iPhone has evolved, okay? An artificial intelligence right now can take 20 years worth of vaccine research and do it in minutes. Okay. Just think of that. Think of the way that it can change technology in 10 years. Like, we already do a bad job.
But it can only see the statistics that are uploaded to the databases that it has access to by fallible human beings.
Right. But the processes that you use in medicine that take years to do, right? It can do in minutes, and they already do that, right? So the point I'm trying to make is that we have failed, I think, at evolving alongside technology, because we every single day combat either the use of it or the way it's used to manipulate us, okay? And it has moved subtly right along with us, and in ways it's advanced beyond us, and AI absolutely is evidence of that. So in 10 years, right, think of just how much faster technology is going to be moving, okay, and how much different life can look. And to me, that's the scary part, because you have no idea. I have no idea what it's going to look like. The things that are public information about this thing, this is not what Sam Altman knows, or whoever is doing these things. They know things. There was that whole debacle last year about Sam Altman getting removed and then coming right back. And the assertion was that there was some sort of AGI breakthrough, which is terrifying, in a lot of different ways, because it doesn't take long before. Right. It doesn't take long before somebody who shouldn't have power over this or power alongside this, right, and is doing things that they shouldn't be doing. And who knows already? I'm sure there's a lot of that going on. They just used that photo of Kate Middleton from the UK. They did that photo of her with her kids, right, for the princess or whatever she is. And everybody realized almost immediately, like, this is an AI generated photo. So they're already using it, and that's not really a big deal, right? But it is insofar as it's being pushed off as actual news, when in reality, it's a lie.
Yeah, I think it's an interesting shift in technology innovations, and you see a whole boom in cybersecurity. Because if you're going to have this network, I'm a cash guy, so I believe in the power of cash money. Not like the rappers, but in any case, like, if you start eliminating cash, then what happens? We are subject to this system, and this system is super vulnerable. So the further we go deeper into having that electronic funds or wherever our transactions are, the more protections we need for us to have secure finances. And it's going to be, if the power goes out and all that other stuff, then what are we exchanging? How many people do you know? If you had 10 people in your circle right now, say, hey, man, how much cash you got on you?
Well, that's the thing, man. If something like that happens, it comes down to only things humans can do. Is what services can you do for me? What can I do to keep you safe or provide you with something in a way that you can mutually reciprocate for me on the same level? And those are ways that AI or whatever, at least at this point, can't reciprocate in that way. But
imagine April Fool's Day on some AI stuff.
It's gonna get everybody.
Like,
no, I'm sure people already have.
AI is designed for that day,
Well, dude, I mean, think of like, I was born in 87, right? So, and Josh, you said I think you're born in 84 based on your email account, just like me. Yeah, hell yeah, that's such a millennial thing to do, right?
Absolutely,
it is, dog. Right? Yeah, the last 4 of my social, my birth year, and my kid's first name at gmail.com, right? Yeah, at gmail.com.
Here's my DNA code.
The email.
Exactly, Joe841234 at exactly. But anyway. Nah, man, like, I kind of lost my train of thought now that we were laughing about making fun of your fucking dorky.
I'm trying. Do you remember like the early 2000s, like Ford F-150s? They started putting those like number panels on the door so you could like punch in your code.
Yeah,
like I lost count of like how many bros that I've had where you're just like trying to like drunk get them from the bar to their truck, and you're like, you get to their truck and you're like, dude, when were you born? 1992, and you're like beep 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 beep, bop. The truck opens, and you're like, I knew. How did I know that, dude?
It's always something close and easy to remember.
What's your wife's birthday? Oh shit, I don't know.
What's your dog's name?
Well, yeah, what's your dog's name? Hold on, let's like.
Yeah.
The point I was trying to make, I remember now, is that boomers get tricked all the time on the internet.
All the time.
And it doesn't even need to be that sophisticated. It's a phishing email saying you want an iPad, and all you got to do is put in your social security number into this very secure form that we've emailed to you conveniently, right?
Yeah.
And but just imagine us as millennials, like what kind of fucking scams are going to be orchestrated on us when we're 65?
They're going to have to go hard, bro, because we ain't that gullible.
They are going to have to go hard, but.
Well, by then, we're all going to be tied into Neuralink, and they're just going to send it straight to your head. And you're going to be walking on the street, and you're going to be like, and then you're just going to see in it. And somebody's like, what's happening? Is he having a seizure?
My head's overheating.
Exactly. Yeah, because Steve could have seizure.
I will literally give you an aneurysm right now unless you send me $100,000. You're going to be like...
just switching out on the sidewalk. What happened? He's getting scammed actively.
Oh shit!
Actively.
Yeah.
Imagine getting mad at somebody be like, illegal. I'm gonna take your little neurochip out.
Oh my god!
Just get you to do something illegal in the middle of the street.
Who you are.
Yep.
You know, it's funny we're talking about all this stuff, but like I keep bringing it back to like actual media. Remember the movie The Kingsman?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Good show. They were doing that. They were talking about this in The Kingsman. Where all of the world leaders were getting the neural implants that had the ability to have signals sent to them, and then they get sent away into like small bunkers so that because of climate change they could kill everybody in the dude. Like all of this stuff has been talked about. I'm actually starting to become convinced that we've been watching these movies and these TV shows for decades now.
The Neuralink's already in.
But they've been telling us exactly what they want to do.
Oh shit!
They've been saying it. Like I'm truly convinced these people and they're so like there's so much hubris that they're like, this is too good not to write a movie.
That's the bold move.
The plebs will still go watch it.
Facts. Is it art imitating life or life imitating art though?
That's an interesting question. The chicken and the egg.
Let's answer it, dude.
I
art
think
imitating life or life imitating art, Josh? What do you think?
I think it's a blend of both because sometimes it works in a cycle. You know what I mean? Like you see, for a fact, all four of us can say there was some time where we watched something like X-Men. We all talked about Saturday morning cartoons earlier, right?
Oh yeah,
great show. Oh, yeah. The X-Men, right? Everybody's like, oh shoot, I'm Wolverine. You're gonna go outside and start doing your stuff.
Right.
We do that. So in life we imitate the art that we see all the time.
If you never put 3 pencils in your hands and then was I'm Wolverine. Were you even born in the 90s, dude? Did you even live there?
You haven't even lived yet if you haven't done that. You can take hella notes with that.
I love those.
And highlight them.
I love those reels where it's like stupid stuff 90s kids did. Where it's like you take the mechanical pencil and you like put the lead all the way out and then put it up to your skin. And then like you're jabbing it in.
Bro,
Josh is a 0.5 lead addict. Yep.
Josh got lucky we didn't have cameras back then. If I would have recorded some of the stuff Josh was doing.
Oh shit. He was probably like a kid putting glue on his hand and like peeling it off and be like
putting people in fucking shopping carts and pushing them down the hill.
That explains a lot of the brain damage.
Yeah. Where am I?
I did that with my brother once on a skateboard, and I pushed him down the hill. So out back at this one church that we lived at for about a year, we had this like parking lot that was just on like a 45-degree incline. Incline.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I put my brother on a skateboard and I just pushed him down the parking lot as fast as we could get it, like luge board fast. The problem was at the end of the parking lot, it hit this like retaining wall and it just dropped off like 12 feet.
Oh man!
So I pushed him so fast and he could not like stop. He was like, "Chris, stop!" And I wasn't gonna stop. Like the plan was, once I got him to terminal speed, I was gonna keep it. And he was like, "Stop, stop, stop!" And I was like, "No, I'm not stopping." And I just like, whoa, man, that was like the fastest. And he was like, "Ah!" And he hit the edge of that hill and just launched off that hill and like splatted into this person's house. Like I pushed him probably 4, 5, 6 feet on the other side of this retaining wall, and he just hit this house like a bug hitting a windshield at 60 miles an hour. Just what? And then he like peeled down and just splatted. Then the funniest part of the story was the lady came out of her back door and she was like, "What the hell?" And she came running around, and then here's me. My brother's laying down there with a bloody nose, like just laying down there with a skateboard. What did I do?
Sorry, he's just really enthusiastic about shopping.
Not even. I cut. I was like, "That's hilarious." And ran back to my house. And I was like, John can deal with that problem, dude.
Go get my camera.
Let me go get it. But that's the thing. Bro. You said earlier, thank God Josh didn't have a camera.
Oh, we did though.
Could you imagine
if MySpace aficionado.
If we had cell phone cameras back in the 1990s that we could just film everything that we did back then, could you imagine?
Bro, I'd either be a TikTok superstar or OnlyFans, whatever, dog.
You know OnlyFans, yeah.
That's how they're taking off.
Or in jail.
Yeah.
Because like most of us would be in jail. Let's just be honest.
He's like, let me plug my Feet Finder account real fast.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Send it real quick.
Right.
Feet Finder. Ooh,
by the way, John, if you see this episode, I'm sorry I did that to you. That's my brother.
That's fucked up, bro.
It's the remorse.
Remember
Just
that?
Just to John on the skateboard. Right. Who were the neighbors? You got to apologize to them, Chris. You splattered their wall.
I don't even remember the neighbor's name. We only lived there for a year or so, but Mrs. So-and-so, I'm sorry.
Probably boomers anyway, so not watching kids in shopping carts at their house.
Who knows their neighbor's name? I don't know none of my neighbor's names.
You know what, Shawn?
A few of my neighbors' names.
You do?
As I was, Shawn. As I was.
That doesn't mean I like them. I just know their names.
I know Josh, yeah.
Yeah.
But no, that's another big deal. It's like the fact that you just said that's another reason that we're in these problems. Mm-hmm. I don't know my neighbors' names. Yeah. Because it used to be like when my parents like kicked us out of the house, right? Like my mom would be like, "Be home when the streetlight comes on," and we had that timed out, and she didn't know where we were going because we would go hang out in the woods, by my house. We would go down the street. We would go up to the community center. We would go like a mile away over to the lake. Like we would go anywhere. It was just be home by the time the streetlights were on.
Wilding out, dude.
My street light by my parents' house was the last one that came on at the end of the night. They would click on at the edge of town and they would go click, click, click. And there were some nights when I was a kid, I was like 13, 14 years old. We were racing the streetlights home, just like, because we could see them clicking on and we're like coming home. Because if I didn't get home by the time the last streetlight was on, my butt belonged to my dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so
7 o'clock.
But
hell yeah.
Also, what I didn't realize back then was that if my mom ever needed me, she would just pick up the phone and call the neighbors. Hey, have you seen my kids?
Yeah.
And they'd be like, we saw them up the street, just a few minutes ago or whatever. Like, as a community, we could just deal with our problems.
Yeah. Well,
and it's like
talk about for a second about how the internet and technology was meant to bring people together, but in massive ways, all it's done is created disconnected people and people who don't trust each other more than they used to trust one another, like you said. Because without a doubt, I mean, I grew up, and I'll say this too, right? Full disclosure, I grew up on military housing most of my life. So it's a little different. That's fair to say. But my mom knew all the moms up the street, both left, right, and up the middle, for sure, because she knew if I was going left or right or wherever, she could call somebody, and she knew the people's houses that I frequented and took the opportunity to introduce herself and all these things. And people don't do that anymore that I've seen, right?
Yeah.
And it's just it's so different. And I can tell you right now, there is shit that I did, and I think about how far I used to just go at 9 or 10 years old.
Yeah.
Dude, I have no idea like how my parents were fucking cool with that. It's just a totally different time. Because I was down the street. Exactly, man. I was down the street hanging out at the strip mall, because I rode my bike down the massive hill behind the housing unit, and there was people walking all over the place. It's just like one of these things where it's like, any number of things could happen to me.
That commercial from the
it's
90s.
10 p.m. Do you know where your kids are?
I saw it the other day. I shared it on my Facebook because it is creepy though. Like it's way creepier than I remember. It's like Lauper. What's Cyndi Lauper? And like it's the creepiest artists that are asked to do that tag. And I'll share it to you guys so you can post it.
She doesn't look like a human being.
Never gonna steal your kids.
He was Rick rolling people out.
Right, yeah.
The original Rick roll. Got him.
Right. Yeah. I was just gonna
take him home.
That's a good remix, bro.
I appreciate you, dude. That's a paid ad. It's a paid ad.
I have a question for all you guys.
Have you guys seen the memes where it's like Rick Astley for president?
No,
because
I've never
why?
Seen that.
And then you click on it, and it's like
he's never going to give you
up. Never going to let you.
That's actually like a legit motivating reason to vote for him.
It is true, man.
Better than some of the other ones.
I've been let down a lot.
Mixed man Shawn, I'm sorry. What were you going to say, bro?
No problem, bro. So, question for you guys: How did you guys meet? Can you share some of that experience? Because I know serving is what brings you guys together, right? So I know you guys.
So I was in a dark alley one night, and I felt something in my butt. I turned around, and no joke.
It's Thailand though, so it's okay.
It's Thailand. It's not
Thailand, so it's okay, right?
Yeah.
And we had just both walked out of the same sweatshop. We didn't even realize it.
It's weird, man.
Yeah, Chris got some dress greens.
Don't stop and tie your shoes in Bangkok. Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
It's true. Yeah, they call it Bangkok for a reason. If you know what I'm saying,
right, baby.
And but no, you want to know the God's honest truth is Chris and I have actually never met face to face.
Legit.
It's true.
No, how did you guys connect? How did you guys?
So
there's
a
wild story. Brandon, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say that there is a mutual person that sort of like, in an indirect way, could have linked us together. But Aaron Love, we've had him on the podcast a few times. He's on One's Ready podcast.
Yep.
But him and Chris actually used to live
Aaron
really
Loves
close.
America. I'll go ahead and shout him out. If you guys don't follow that page, everybody follow Aaron Loves America.
You need to, dude. It's an amazing page. Aaron is a former Air Force PJ. He's retired now. Badass dude. True patriot. Absolutely loves this country. Anyway, but they actually used to live not that far from one another and kind of figured out that they're both in medicine, put it that way. And then I remember seeing Aaron sharing Chris's page and being like, let's get this guy to 1,000 followers. It won't be hard. And I went over there, checked it out, and I really dug Chris's logo, the Abraham Lincoln penny with the green beret on, and gave him a follow. If Aaron says he's cool, I believe him. And then I think just indirectly, Chris kind of found me that way too, because I've had Aaron on the podcast a couple of times. Aaron will share him with fire stuff fairly often, and so it's just like one of those things where like Instagram, social media brought us together, and we send each other cute pics every day too, and that's this is true.
I think I texted you earlier today. This is the God's honest truth. What are you wearing tonight?
He did.
I meant I just on the show, not your panties.
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
I wonder if that's a co-host.
There's a lot of bromance.
It's true, dude.
We are bromantic over here. Yeah.
If you're friends with somebody and it doesn't get slightly homoerotic, what the fuck are you doing?
You're not even actually friends. Yeah.
That's some
especially as a military member. It is.
Yeah.
Listen, bro. When you
it's
shower with
I call it
200 other dudes, the ZWAT. What does ZWAT stand for?
Gen Z.
Oh, Jesus.
ZWAT. It's a joke.
No, I get it, man. They are a joke. Anyway.
No, you know what? Actually, I'm going to push back on that just a little bit, and my evidence is going to be. Do you remember seeing the UNC bros like holding up the flag?
Oh, of course.
During that protest,
I think they're the exception, not the rule. Though.
No, it is. It's the exception, but here's the reason I say like let's not dunk on Gen Z. Like, if we dunk on them too much, First of all, we're not being good. We're not being good teachers. We're not being good mentors. What we need to be doing is taking Gen Z, and I like dunking on Gen Z as much as anybody. You have kids with your, it's like I do, but
it's like scoring on your little brother when you play soccer in the backyard.
Or I was going to say basketball,
eventually you gotta cry to mom.
Dodgeball.
You know what I mean?
It's like seeing that retarded kid in the back of gym class and just pegging him in the face with a dodgeball because you can. Again, they shouldn't have filmed us when we were right. They shouldn't have filmed us in the 90s, but if they would have, it would have been amazing. My point is taking a step back from the side of me that just wants to punch down and kind of putting on. It is what we need to be doing, and if we're being honest with ourselves,
you're right.
We really should. We need to be taking these boys under our wing. We need to be teaching
and girls.
And we need to be, like, go learn how to make a sandwich and work the dishwasher and all this stuff. I'm kidding. Like, only slightly.
I love sandwiches, dude.
Listen,
I still want to hear about your sandwich earlier.
No, why you had to make four? Make 4 sandwiches. Just kidding.
On that, all I'm going to say is if you keep his balls empty and his stomach full, you'll never be without a husband. That's all I'm saying.
That's the classic, dude. That's it, man. Guys are simple, dude. Listen.
It's so, I think Gandhi said that, right?
Gandhi did say that.
No doubt, bro.
But Gandhi was in his cave
Shawn for the win, dude. Right there.
He was in his cave fasting with little kids, though. So just gotta say, that's a less talked about fact about Gandhi. A little pedophilia going on there.
Yeah, something strange.
The salt marches and protesting. No, it's true. Amongst the salt marching and the protesting against the British Empire, there was some really questionable shit going on. Just saying.
He was up to some bad stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We need to take Gen Z under our wing. We really do, and we need to pass them the torch. We got to give them a rock and let them run. Because if we don't, like, we're done. Like millennials, we're already phasing out. People don't realize this. We're already phasing out.
Millennial doesn't mean you're young anymore.
No, it means you're middle aged.
I'm getting ready to get shoulder surgery next week, guys. Like I'm coming to the end of my military career. It's my left shoulder.
You gotta go stranger. Too much
stranger in the tub.
Too much stranger danger.
Right. So you'll need dual shoulder surgery. I want to hear.
I should have seen that one,
Josh.
Okay, so I like this topic a lot because it's fun. So GWAT is my era of service. I came in 2004. I'm still serving, do my thing. It's gone from one perspective to another. And I think, like you said, our era of people is also fading into a different demographic of age. But we have like this huge blend, because we have a lot of people in service that are not just enlisted or commissioned officers, but like our civil servants as well. So you have all these Gen Xers, all the big mixture. I used to hear all the time. One of my tours 10 years ago, military training instructor at the boot camp, watching it all go down. And this was like at the end of a big bad scandal they had at Lackland Air Force Base. A lot of maltreatment, maltraining, all kinds of stuff was changed because of that big, huge domino effect. So but I hear people. I still hear people say, "Oh, kids these days, oh, this generation, blah blah blah." But those motherfuckers are doing the same exact behaviors. They're just old doing them. So like. It's an era thing. It's not just like the generation. So I defend the youngsters all the time. I believe in them. And I know you guys have had some guests on that talked about like how things are currently. And there are truths to those things, but I believe in these kids, and I believe in, like you said, if we challenge people, they will rise to the challenge.
I'm so glad to hear you say that.
Yeah.
One of the things that my wife and I, well, I'm going to give Mrs. CFC like all the credit for this. I can't take it. But one of the things that she says is if you treat boys like men, then they'll act like men.
Mm-hmm.
If you treat men like boys, then they'll act like boys.
Facts.
And that's just the way that it is. So on that, I just want to add to what you were saying. You can't take away from the standard, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the standard is the standard. It's the thing that created all of us. So I will never be, when there's all of these conversations about lowering the standard because we want to make sure that more people can get into the military and so on and so forth. Absolutely not. You're going about it the wrong way.
For sure.
You're going after the wrong people.
You are.
Mm-hmm.
The dude that you want is like the same guy that we were in the 90s.
Yeah.
You guys remember that the Marine Corps has always been better at this than all of us.
I know you're talking about
the army is
the lava monster.
The lava sword, dude. The dragon.
Dude, yeah.
The dragon.
These fucking dress blues and shit.
Yes.
This fucking Class A slaying dragons with a rapier.
And if you're out there and you're a Marine and you listen to us, like put it down in the comments. That got
we know why
so
they
many
joined.
people.
It was that.
It almost got me.
Dude, for pussy,
the only reason the Marines didn't get me is because my father begged me not to join the Marines. He begged me.
I thought you were going to say you had a crayon allergy, but whatever. I love those guys.
I do.
Bro,
I love.
He's like, I'm allergic to wax.
Yeah. My big thing, and I say this all the time, is I absolutely hate Marines. I hate Marines. I've never met a Marine that I like. But I love the United States Marine Corps. Yeah. God bless the United States Marine Corps. I've never met a Marine that I like, and my brother-in-law is a Marine. And I still have never met a Marine that I like.
It's too funny.
Yeah.
But God bless him, man. God bless every single one.
It wasn't Micah. Remember our manager, Micah? Wasn't he?
Right. Shawn and I had our first job together, actually, after high school, Safeway. We made raps about it and everything. It was a good time. You'd be hitching a ride. Shawn, you coming to work? You pick me up in his minivan and shit.
Can you guys please take the next 5-10 minutes and tell us about Marclair Project? Tell everybody about it. This is your time, man.
You want the OG story, Shawn? Should we give them the origin?
We do.
We
want it. Hey, all the dirty details.
So,
all the fights.
Ironically enough, we just did a podcast episode
in Thailand, right? You've been over to tie your shoes.
Close enough.
Not yet.
Yeah, Cambodia.
But
Cambodia, actually.
You're happy it up, so I might have to go.
He's like, sounding a lot of fun over here.
A lot of Bangkok.
Yeah. We did episode 12 was the Marclair Project story for our Tuning In podcast. And we actually, wanted to talk about that and get it out of the way. You got to get out of your system.
Mm-hmm.
But in that, we had a good time and got to hit the greatest hits of how we have kept our friendship alive. As long as we have. Friendships are super important. And that's what you'll see if you come follow along with our creations, whether it's our social media, goofing around with our friends and stuff. But it was all really on music. Shawn had just gotten to America from India. He grew up in Punjab, India. Came to America. We met in the 8th grade. Both a little bit nerdy when it comes to the music stuff. And in high school, we were like, I was playing guitars. Shawn's like, bro, you should come over. We'll record some shit. He had the computer stuff and doing like producer stuff in the house. So we just started making funny songs about our teachers, Actually, we made a rap song about Jesus, and we did. Right. What else? We did all kinds of stuff about just silly things. We were just goofing around.
Manager.
Yep.
About how our day went, how work sucks.
Were you like one of those kids in India influenced by like Ravi Shankar, or like who was like your influence over there?
No, Ravi Shankar's more like a international guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like the Beatles and them were friends with Ravi. You know what I mean? So he was kind of
no doubt. Nora Jones is his kid, right?
So like in the villages and shit, we thought that was boring.
Oh, okay. Word.
Because I'm not gonna say, hey, you just like going off for like an hour. It's like a solo.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's for the
right. I don't know shit about
classical's
music,
always boring. Like somebody's like, hey, listen to this Mozart, bro. That's crazy. It's like as a kid, you're like, bro, get this out of here. right?
I'm trying to listen to Power Rangers theme song again today.
I did. Shawn, you would like this though. I saw a reel the other day where somebody was like, "Could you imagine what it would have been like if Bach had been in like the year 2000?" And so like all these dudes like crowded into a car.
He would be an EDM artist, dude.
No. They crowded into a car. And they were like, bro.
Right.
Bach just dropped number 5, and they were like, no, and they like slammed the CD in, and they're like listening, and they were like, and like they're all like, oh,
Bach that ass up.
What's that? Right? Hot Fire rap, fake rapper that he does the battle raps, and he falls back in the crowd.
Oh yeah, dude. Just trying to get
awesome.
a handle on this. You know what I'm saying? Dude. Keep it going.
That'd be good shit.
Yeah, no. So for music wise, bro, I was just listening to like local music, who our local artists, because it was like I'm from like the cassette generation, you know, 84 we had cassettes, but like couldn't really afford a bunch of cassettes, so like we just had a few, but it was just a mix of like stuff that was coming out of the UK. A lot of the movie stuff, and like majority of our local Punjabi stuff. That's like our local language. So it was just like a lot of folk stories and folk songs.
Punjabis have a lot of good fucking metal music too, man. People don't realize that.
I'm just gonna throw this out there, guys.
Metal scene's big in India.
It's so good.
I've been playing guitar since I was 8.
Hell yeah,
that's
and
badass.
I got all my stuff still set up from when I used to tour. If you guys need any like guitar loops or anything, like let me know, man.
Loops all day. Hell yeah, we're gonna connect.
Just send me your stuff.
Quick,
I'll put some loops on it, dude.
Yeah,
real quick. Since we're talking about metal, I saw Megadeth in India.
Hell yeah!
Oh, that's sick, man.
And then David Blaine, he was backstage, and I was like, "What's up?" He was like, "Yo, I gotta go." I was like, "Can I take a picture?" I was like, "Bro, can I take a picture?" He was like, "Let me go perform." This and that. I was like, "Oh, for sure."
And he disappeared like a real magician.
And then he just levitated off.
Yeah, and then
David
he was on
Blaine
stage
with Dave Mustaine. We're out of here.
And people was going crazy. I was like, "Dude, there's like a big
Jesus.
metal scene in India,
right?"
Hell yeah!
Yeah, he's just like, I'm in Mumbai, but now I'm in New Delhi. That took 5 seconds. David Blaine, you know,
and literally, bro. And
oh wait, hold on, David Blaine.
Bro, and then I seen him in the like hotel lobby, and I tried to tell him, I was like, "Bro, I'm from America too. I speak a little English. What's up? Hello, you know." And
then he pulled a card out of my underwear.
Mi nombre el Mixman Shawn. I'm from America.
Right.
Seriously, but it was.
Dude,
cool.
I'm getting real mixed signals right now. I don't know what's going on.
But like, bro, like India got a big EDM scene too. They got a bunch of everything because like people like music out there.
Yeah.
You know, that's how like me and Josh connected too. Dude, you know who gave me the Ravi Shankar CD? I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. You know who gave me my first CD? My first Ravi Shankar CD came from Josh. He's like, "Hey,
no doubt, dude."
I was like, "Why do you listen to this shit? This shit's funny." He was like, "Bro, listen to the."
That's funny.
Like, because
actually really good
guitar.
I like him, but the better musician is tabla artist. What's his name?
Zakir Hussain.
Zakir Hassan. So much more fucking mind blowing than Ravi Shankar.
So not to derail
Ravi's
you,
amazing too, though. It's
he is.
So coming back around, so you guys met in middle school, and Shawn, you were just over from India, and then bring me current. Like, so you guys got together, you started listening to music, and then what next?
Well,
I think Shawn, what do you think? When we started doing that stuff, like we got to senior year, and we're like, bro, we got to get some jobs. You know what I mean? And, like, we can't do this shit no more for free.
Hip-hop careers haven't taken off yet.
Yeah, no, and my thing was, I was like, bro, I'm just learning to speak. Like, what are we gonna do? Josh is like, yeah, here's an app, fill it up. He's like, we're gonna go find work.
Bought you a dictionary, bro. Get at it,
dude. We had them. We had them for songwriting, all kinds of shit. But it was like old school computer use. You know, we went to college together too.
We used to be in library. Like, people don't go to libraries no more. We used to be
library nerds,
looking shit up.
Facts.
I love the library.
But the
you guys are way more bromantic than we are.
Facts.
Yeah. I love Josh, man. I'll tell him right now.
You guys seem like you're like podcast married. Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Well, I hope that anybody that can have a friend, as long as I have, can keep that alive. It's fucking. You look around, bro. Like a lot of people don't have lifelong friends. You know what I mean?
That's a really good
point. They don't. It's unfortunate, but like we have friends, on Facebook and shit.
Yeah.
Because people are like genuine when they first get to know you. They're like, oh, this and that, and then the layers start becoming. You become aware of what the layers really are. But that's the thing.
What have you done for me lately?
Yes.
Right.
There's always an exchange versus like that. Real friendships don't have that expectation that there will be something in return.
Too much transactional friendship nowadays.
Facts.
I think one of the things that I count as like a true friendship is can you sit in a car or a room with somebody and not speak to them?
Silence.
Yeah.
And just be with them. Can you do that? Because if you can and you two can just like hang out and coexist without talking to each other, that's somebody that's going to be there for you. Like when you pick up the phone and you're like, "Hey, I need to hide a body."
Or like, they're can you enjoy the same song together without
talking?
Music is such a good unifier.
Because I don't feel like I owe you something, and I don't feel like I need something from you. I was this happened to me actually with one of my teammates from my ODA the other day, and like he was just like, "Hey man, you want to go to Qdoba, go get some lunch?" Yeah, we got in the truck, we drove all the way to Qdoba.
Bro, I haven't been to Qdoba for days.
We didn't say anything the whole way to Qdoba. We didn't say a damn word all the way to Qdoba. We got out, we talked on the way in, got our food, got back in the truck, drove back to the team room, didn't say a word.
Yeah,
the whole time, and it was fine because it was like, yeah, we're friends, man. Like I don't owe you a conversation.
Yeah,
right. And it's not a weird thing, and I don't
enjoying
think
one another's presence.
Right, and I don't think this is a thing that women can comprehend. That's the
also,
other thing.
Also, if you keep saying the same thing,
I don't think this is a thing.
Yeah,
it's also a thing. It's like there's a certain thing. There's a certain thing that always comes up. It's like it's never boring with that certain person. It's like you still laugh about the same thing, and it's been 40 years. You're like, bro.
Yeah,
bro, that is.
You might have nothing to talk about that one thing. You'd be like, hey,
you just nailed it. You have that friend that you can just call out of the blue
and tell them the same thing.
And they pick up the phone, and it's 2 a.m. on a Saturday, and they pick up the phone, and you go, bro, remember that time that you were drunk as sin outside of that Taco Bell?
Yeah, and you couldn't order your taco,
bro. And then you just both start laughing, and it's like not a day has passed, and yet that guy's got
the whole
kids
conversation,
now.
And then you're like, all right, talk to you tomorrow.
Yeah, see you tomorrow, dude, or maybe I'll call you in 3 months. Yeah, so that's true dude shit right there.
It is.
You can't.
It is, and that's why, okay, you guys, I'm going to share everybody's friendships and stories, relationships of any kind have intersections and off ramps. So at the end of our time, when we were getting into music and shit, Shawn is really talented. If you guys ever go listen to his channel, Mixman Shawn Music,
plug it, dude. Plug it hard.
You'll see it. You know what I mean? YouTube, Spotify, all the things. And you go listen to his body of work. The artists that he's worked with are successful Punjabi and Indian artists out there, but it doesn't reach the American audience where Shawn, lives. It's where he grew up most of his life now. But our intersection was creating, and he lived on Marclair Drive, and that's where the name Marclair Project came from. One of my notebooks.
Got you.
Sat in there. It sat in there some of the high school days or college days, probably.
We spent a lot of time over there.
Yeah. And it was,
man, if you guys need any guitar loops, just hit me up, dude.
No, for real. We love collaborating. We love it. Yeah, I definitely would be open to those type of things. So my passion always was to join the military. I actually wanted to be Coast Guard.
Hey, let me tell you something about that. Josh was living the military lifestyle before actually joining. Because, bro, he would be on the hill with the backpack full of dumbbells running uphill.
Oh shit!
For 40
Were you
minutes,
one of those J Rotzi kids that was just like, I got it.
Bro, tell me if I'm lying, Josh. Didn't you do that? You behind Marclair Drive, you be on the hill just running uphill.
Park called Newhall Park.
Steep hill, bro. I'm like,
yeah.
Wow, you wildin', bro. I'm gonna walk up, but not with the backpack full of dumbbells.
I wanted to be a rescue swimmer, so I know I had to be in shape.
Oh shit, yeah.
That was my goal. And then like they were like, "Oh, bro, it's gonna take you 7 months before you get a test." I was like, "What the fuck?" I was working 3 jobs.
That's one of the things that like it just absolutely drives me nuts about people. Like they're always civilians talking to other civilians about joining the military. Like, oh, you want to be a Navy SEAL? You want to be a Green Beret? You want to be like a PJ? Dude, you can't do that.
Yeah,
as if
talk you out of it.
Not every single person that ever did any one of those jobs was not a civilian at one point.
Exactly.
100% of the people that are in those jobs were all civilians at one point. Where do you think they come from?
Right.
Like the government doesn't. Yeah, no, the government doesn't like breed and issue special operators. Like they draw them from the civilian marketplace, obviously, and that always cracks me up. And it's like, so people get talked out of going for their dream job because it's like, oh, don't go do that. You know how hard it is. It's like, dude, that should be the conversation should be, bro. You know what you should go do?
Yeah,
go be a Green Beret. You know how hard it is. That would be awesome. You should go be an Air Force PJ. You know how hard that is? You'll get to dive. You'll get to parachute.
Exactly.
Dude, that would be awesome. That's how the conversation should go. Go do it.
My recruiters were not that way. It was a pain in the ass. Well, you know, I grew up in the East Bay, California, and it's there's so many veterans there. Yeah, represent. There's so many veterans out there. A lot of people that serve their country and do it very well. But the public doesn't necessarily like get behind it that much in most places. And so the challenge was
I think that's on us. That's like that is 100% on us because I'm gonna it's the quiet professional syndrome that we have that we don't talk to people on the outside. And I think the Navy SEALs cracked it first.
Well, they're really good at those things.
For more nefarious reasons, because a lot of them, it's like we make jokes. It's like, oh, you have a T-shirt, a coffee company, and a podcast. Oh, you're probably a Navy SEAL.
Those guys are super marketable.
but I will give this to them. They did a good job. I think there are some that were genuine about what they were doing, and then there were a lot that are just trying to cash in. Like, listen, guys, we're veterans. We're trying to make money too. Don't hold it against us. But my point is, some have genuine reasons for going into what they do, and then some are just trying to make money. You got to parse it out, just like anybody
I can believe
else,
that.
right?
That's why, like all my side hustles, I'm very comfortable making a part of my story, you know, my military side of me, of who I am. But it's not everything of who I am.
And that's fair because I don't hide it too. If people go, "Hey, Chris, what do you do?" I go, "I'm an active duty Green Beret."
It's just your life, dude.
That's what I do. It's just my job. I don't use it as my selling point, but
it's almost like you're being wary of the meaning other people assign to your military service.
Yeah.
Even though your military service has meaning because you give it meaning.
Correct.
Right. But it's not, hey, come listen to me because I'm a Green Beret.
Right.
Like, hey, I'm gonna give you behind the scenes stuff, and I'm gonna talk to you about how to train, and I'm gonna help you get selected.
Right.
No, that's not the point. It's if you ask me what my job is, I'm gonna go.
Yeah. It's just that is what it is.
That's what it is. That's what I do.
I proudly wear my uniform in public places. I proudly wear it in my public places, and when I do it, I try to wear it right, and I try to engage with people.
I don't, because
you know what I mean?
I'm in Seattle area, so
agreed.
That's a good way to get your car keyed. So.
Are you up in Seattle, bro?
So I went to the Oakland Coliseum. I went to the Oakland Coliseum in my OCPs. I don't care. I represented.
You in Portland,
and guess what? They hooked me up. They were nice to me.
Are you in Portland? Like between Portland and Seattle?
I'm just south of Tacoma, Washington.
Oh, nice.
Just barely
Tacoma
south of
Airport.
Tacoma. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bro, I was there like not too long ago. My bad, dog. So much.
No, you're good, man.
Hey,
next time you swing through here, hit me up. I'll give you a place to stay.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
So when I left for the military, right? When I left for the military, you guys can relate to this. I went straight overseas. I did 3 years overseas, 2 years in Korea, a year in Okinawa. Then I came back to the United States.
Oh, shoot. Yeah.
While I was over there, you know, you call your friends back home. You know, you call people back home. And back then, it's to pay, the phone cards, because cell phones and shit weren't really
bro, 1-800 this and that with the pin code.
The Eagle cash cards, dude.
Yeah, 50-minute phone card.
The Eagle cash card. These boys, these kids don't know the Eagle cash card, dude.
They're like, oh, we're gonna charge you for connection and disconnection. Like,
right,
bro?
Right.
Like, oh, you're gonna hang up? That'll be $10.
And it comes out of your paycheck. They took it out of your paycheck, put it on a prepaid cash card, and you can only spend it on post. The Eagle cash card. It's such a racket, dude.
You guys both have been in for well over a decade. When you Brandon, I know you've now retired, but I know you served for almost 15 years, right? And,
almost 14. Almost 14 years, yeah.
So, like, I'm rounding 20, and I'm still talking with Shawn.
Yeah.
Wow. A lot of my other friends, I used to call them, and then I started taking it like a note. Oh shit, this is me always calling.
Dude,
this is me always doing this. Oh, I come home on leave. The homies, oh yeah, come see me. Oh, come to see me then. Right. You know the story. So Shawn, veterans go through this a lot. When they go away from home and they come back home on leave, their friends don't come visit them, even though they just flew around the world or they flew across the United States back home.
Preach, dude.
Yep.
So, I may never even told Shawn this, but as a friend, the fact that you would call me or you check in with me or you would come visit with me, you check on my wife, you check on my kids. That's why our friendship kept going. You know what I mean?
You're on the list.
Yeah.
I was traveling too, and I would try to visit you, like in San Antonio.
Yeah.
I keep that list on my phone. You know how the iPhone has like the favorites?
Exactly.
And then if you're in the favorites, which by the way, Brandon, you made the favorites list.
Hell yeah.
I only when I get, if I'm overserved, if I have too many on a Friday night, I only call from the favorites list.
Yeah.
If you're not in there, you're not getting a drunk call from me. Which, by the way, drunk calls from me are the best.
Hell yeah.
They are good.
You never know what's going to happen.
I get told I'm pretty often.
Brandon's like, hell yeah, they're good.
Yeah. He's like, hey, it's me. I was looking at pictures of you on Instagram. Yeah. Hey, girl.
Is this you in my butt again? Oh,
right,
no.
Right. Did you just grab my butt? Dude, I live in Sacramento. Oh, but still.
It's possible.
What are you doing?
It's possible. Yeah. What are you doing? What are you actually wearing this time?
No, you hang up.
No, you hang up. Only call me after 9. The minutes are free.
Oh, God.
It's dark. Are you in my mouth right now? What is this?
Oh, Lord. It got darker.
Oh, Lord.
You know what? You know what they say. If you go black, you go deaf. I'm just saying, boys.
Oh, my God.
That's too hilarious.
And on that
note. Yeah, I guess that takes us to now.
We hijacked that whole conversation from
That's what I do. I drop grenades and just make sure that we go on some sidebars.
And then you just boom and you just roll out.
That's why I make a good guess and I'm just...
So what I've learned is there's two ways to be a good wingman, right? At the bar. Right, let's talk about this, boys. Like, because we've all been at bars overseas, right? There's two ways to do it. You can either be the belligerent a-hole.
Is it hot wings or garlic? No, just kidding.
Wait, what?
Both are good.
But you can either be the belligerent a-hole, which is like, oh, nobody wants to talk to that guy. Yeah, but I'm driving you to my homie.
Oh, bro.
You can be that guy, and that works. Or you can be the like, have you met Brian? Or like Brandon? Like you can do that. You can do that too, and just like snag like every girl there is. Like, but you gotta go into the night going, am I gonna go home with a chick or not? And for me, because I'm married and like I married my high school sweetheart from. I am always the belligerent a-hole overseas.
Hell yeah.
And it works
part,
out
bro.
really well. And I know my part, and it's fine.
It's like, my wife also listens to these episodes.
And she also may listen to this. But no, like, so that's what I do.
She's
and
at the door.
I'm really, really good at it. So it's like when we were in Thailand, right? Like we were playing pool with like a couple of bimbos. And I knew for a fact one of my teammates was like kind of interested and he was horn dogging, And I'm like, all right, I got
Lady
this.
boys.
I got this. So I walk over and I start talking to this chick, and she's like we're playing pool together. And she's like, "Oh, where are you from?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm from here and whatever." And she looks at me, I was like, "Oh my God." And I would look past her and she was like, "What?" And I was like, "Oh, it's just your face." I was like, "Oh man, your teeth. Oh my God." I was like, "Please don't talk to me anymore." And then like that's all it took, and she was like glued to me. Yeah, and it's like it's weird that chicks do that.
Dude, chicks mistake being an asshole for confidence all the time.
Right, and I was just like, really? "Oh, please stop talking to me." So I went over and I sat down and I started having.
It's true.
I started having
like a punch in the face for 5 years. Yeah.
He told me his name was Diddy. I didn't believe him.
Like, oh Jesus, dude, that guy's fucked, man. Yeah, R. Kelly, Diddy, all of them, dude.
But anyway, into the story, I'm not gonna like beleaguer it on all night. But basically, I just like berated this chick all night long, told her how ugly she was and how she never, like her father never should have let her get on a plane to Thailand, and just all this stuff. And she, like by the time the night was over, she literally looked at me and she was like, "I never want to see you again." And I was like, "Perfect. Good. I don't know why you're still talking to me. Also, have you met John?"
You set him up.
And
perfect.
my boy
John,
comes in and you get
glowing and shit. Goes, he's like,
right. Yeah, and he's just sitting over there, and he was
John.
like, and then eventually he goes, he
Same
just turns
name as
around,
one of the apostles,
and he goes, "Is this guy bothering you?"
There you go, dude. Good cop, bad cop, dude. Good cop, bad cop.
We did the push pull. And then eventually I stood up to him and I was like, "You know what, bro?" And he goes, "Listen, lady, I can help you. Hold on." And just ushers her out. And there it was, and they never came back.
That's right.
And I was like, that's how it works, boys.
I'm not a good wingman. I don't have patience for this shit. Like I couldn't persist.
What do you like going out with, dude? What do you?
I don't go out, bro. What are you talking about? This is going out for me. I keep it real.
This is it.
This
was like, I'm drinking a mocktail right now on a Friday night, dude. This is as crazy as it gets.
Look at this Shirley Temple right here.
It's cucumber juice with lime, man.
Yeah.
No, this is a trip to Thailand, so I don't typically go out either.
No, I'm drinking.
You say something about the lady boy earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Lady boy.
Like lady boys.
You said lady boys.
I just want to make sure everybody understands I'm not an expert in the lady boys. I just know they exist.
No, but my question is,
don't anything being misconstrued.
Why do they call lady boys not ladies and gentlemen?
Oh, now we're asking the real questions.
Ladies and gentlemen, I ain't never heard that shit. That's
bro. All I'm seeing now is fucking Hangover Part 2. I came in you came on the floor. Right?
Is that the Mike Tyson shows up in Thailand with them? Oh my God.
I don't remember. I just know that Stu had a little too much fun in Hangover 2.
Like, are you talking about me?
Right? Yep. Bro.
Hell
I've seen some of those fucking pictures and videos of those people, man. It's kind of crazy. I could see how you get drunk and wind up fucking doing some shit you're going to regret for the rest of your life.
Oh, shit.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'll be a nerd. I'll be at the museum and shit. Everybody's like, "Bro, you didn't come with us on this TDY. You didn't do this." Yeah, nah. I'm out here seeing.
I go to museums too. That shit is hella fun.
Y'all gonna end up with gun blades.
Right.
You know what's crazy, bro? You know what I don't like? I go to different places and I'll go to a museum, right? Because I'm visiting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I haven't seen the fucking museums over here locally. Like, I never take the time out to go see the local shit.
Yeah. I don't either.
Dude, I think that people think that when they live someplace that there's nothing cool about it. I used to see that all the time when I was stationed in Germany. Is that like, if you've ever been to like the KMC area, the Kaiserslautern area,
right?
There's a shit ton of stuff to do around there. And people like always think like, oh, I can't, there's nothing around here. I got to go travel, which is fair because Germany's right in the middle of Europe. But it's like, dude, do you realize like what is within like an hour radius of us,
bro?
Right
so
now,
much
like
stuff.
You don't need to fucking go 500 miles away to see something cool. And you could, you can see something cool 500 miles away, and more power to you. But like, there's cool shit here. And just because this is home doesn't mean there's nothing that's not unique. Like you go see Barbarossa's castle downtown K-Town. Like if you want, like you really.
I was super mad about my trip to Germany. Offline, I was kind of telling you like I'd been there, but it was like a 5-month deployment out the blue during COVID. I was working at Travis Air Force Base and the Emergency Operations Center, watching the world turn red on the map, and we were bringing in like evacuees and all this other shit. Like 2 weeks of that, 18 days straight. And I get a call down there like, "Hey, Wells, this dude can't go. You're up." I'm like, "Fuck. All right, when am I leaving?" Like, in 10 days. So I'm like, "All right, cool." The funny thing is, like, the day I landed in Germany was the day we put our first song out as Marclair Project.
Yeah.
Damn.
So I arrived there with my homie, Ed Gonzalez. I don't know if you knew Ed Gonzalez up there at Travis. He PCS to like Japan, but anyways, that was like my gym bro, my buddy. Anyways, we deployed together over there, and we get there, and they're like, "Yeah, cool, we're shutting down." Everything was on lockdown. You know what I mean? March 2nd, I think, is when Germany caught up. Well, you know what was trippy? They were like, "It's a $7,500 fine if you leave the county."
Yeah, if you left the Rhineland-Palatinate, you go to fucking jail. Dude, like,
so
it was
nothing
insane.
was open.
They had doctors walking around my village.
Yeah, like, it was fucking nuts. Because you lived off base, huh?
I did live off base, yeah.
So we stayed in a little fake hotel on Ramstein. So, like, you know, we were walking to the BX.
Were you the one connected? Oh, were you the one that was connected to the BX, or the one that was like a mile and a half away?
Yeah, a mile and a half away, right along the wood line. So we were way back in the cuts. It was a good place for me to like get myself back in shape after a back injury and stuff. So, you know, I got a lot out of it. A lot of this stuff that Shawn and I are doing now are like content that we created back during that time. But
Bro, Josh would send me like guitar loops from a library in Germany that had like a broken guitar somewhere in the back.
Yeah,
like, I found a guitar. I'm like, record some of that.
This is a 6-string guitar, but it's only got 5.
There was one of those.
Matter of fact.
Right, yeah.
But
there's only 5 strings on this.
Hell yeah. Dude, this is a left-handed guitar too.
He fucking broke it.
Yep. The trip about it was, though, like, I get there, everything's locked down. Same stuff you're talking about. Like, you kind of overlook what's right in front of you. So I'm like, well, fuck it. The chaplain and I were like, bro, let's go for a hike. I was like, all right, cool. So we took a vehicle out to the town, and we went on a hike through the mountains, like right around the Ramstein base. And we found like a trail in there that has like an ancient, like, sacrificial stone and shit from the Roman days.
Where you're talking.
You know what I'm talking about? And like walked around those whole rock formations. I got beautiful pictures, and just like, I was like, damn. So, you know, although I got to go to Trier. That was like the only town I got to go see
for really
one day, and then that was it. But everything else was shut down. So it was like, what do I do? And I found little things like that to do. Just be out where I could be allowed to be out and adventure around. So I made the most of my trip out there, but I took that back with me since then, and have been trying to find more adventures in my area. Like every day right now, I drive through these old cities in Los Angeles that have been here for like since the 1700s. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like these places have been here forever. The sign on LA is like 1780. You know, this place was founded. I'm like, damn. You know,
the Spanish were there before that.
Yeah, it's a trip watching, like driving through. I get a kick out of like all the businesses, all the things happening like in this area. So I brought that spirit of what I found in that adventure, not looking past my nose. You know what I mean? Like, like actually paying attention to what's close to me and appreciating the beauty of that with me. And I'm enjoying that out here a lot.
That's good.
Yeah.
No, I feel like there's a lot to do in LA probably that people don't even really realize. Like, if you think about that area, like the first thing that comes to mind is maybe like sports or music. You know, movies for sure, right? Hollywood and like Disneyland.
Universal.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Homeless encampments.
Exactly. Homeless now. Yeah, exactly. You know, AIDS, fentanyl.
I'm like right by the LA port, so I can see like the LA port.
No, I've never been to LA. Like I want to go.
It's
a crazy
like
I want to see. Like I've been all over these United States. I've been down to Fort Irwin, so I've been down like next to LA.
Yeah.
But like the last time I was down there, we went to Las Vegas instead. You know, that was a crazy story. That was a crazy weekend.
Vegas is fun.
Vegas is fun.
And you already know.
The Raiders are there now.
Whatever happened there, bro.
And the Raiders are there now.
Oh, guess what? Sean's hat. The A's about to be there too. I call it Las Vegas now because all the Bay Area teams are going out there.
Dang.
Yeah, let's go. Hey, Vegas.
Why
I think
though?
Southwest got like $50 tickets to Vegas.
Yeah, they do.
Money.
Is it because LA is running out of money that they're
it's not LA.
like Vegas is buying up all their teams? Like what's
think
what's
about it
happening?
like this. All right, Chris, Oakland does not know what they're doing. They have no fucking clue. Like they run that city is beautiful people that live in that town. It's wild as hell, and it's out of control because the people that run it are like the quintessential.
They're trying to change the name of the Oakland airport right now.
Okay,
really?
They're trying to call it San Francisco Part 2 or some shit like that.
You're just trying to get people to not call it Oakland, right? Because everybody knows that Oakland is ratchet as fuck, right?
It's like SFO something. Like Oakland's like hidden underneath. Like, hey, please try to land over here.
SF Oakland.
Yeah,
you guys,
that's some shit that we do.
It is, dude. Like, SF Oakland.
You guys are LA boys, right? Like that's like born and raised LA, Oakland, like area.
No,
like that's where you guys are
Bay
from.
Boys.
Well, LA and Oakland.
It's about
really
a
Bay Boys.
It's almost a 400-mile difference.
Yeah,
very different cultures.
We're Bay Boys, but we're in LA every weekend.
EAE, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Bay Boys,
so, but I do have a question from being in the heartland of California. Like, no, I have a serious question, and this is like obviously
no serious questions.
Serious, like
Chris.
Sample size of 2.
Chris, sample size of 1, unless you want to pause, because I can't hold it anymore, bro. This mason jar was full, and now the tank is full. I gotta take a break.
Go for it, man. That's what we've been doing. Just get up, man.
All right, Shawn, you're the president of the Bay
just...
Area for this one, sir.
Yeah,
there we go.
Do you think?
All right, El Presidente, mixed man Shawn. What is your your take on Trump? Like
Trump?
out there.
The Trump the president or Trump the entrepreneur?
I guess I'll refine my question. What is
consensus?
The general consensus on his reputation out there?
He's kind of a rock star, you know what I mean? At least he lives like one.
Valid.
I don't know. His life is trippy because I know him from casinos. Like when I first came to America, I went to the Trump, the buildings in Atlantic City, the casinos. Right. I didn't even know Trump was a person. I thought it was a building. So that's how I knew. Because he made it look like Taj Mahal and stuff or whatever, right? And he had like little people dressed up in Indian clothing, and I was like, "Wow, this is crazy." So that's how I.
That was the fastest piss of all time, dude.
Yeah, and then
there's a really small.
I just tossed that piss bottle right out of my turret.
There's a really small travel time. You know what I mean for the urine.
I actually just peed right behind my computer.
In-and-out lifestyle, real quick.
right. I think I got a urinal in here.
My wife's gonna be mad about the mess.
He peed right in the same jar he was drinking out of.
Hey, Bear says you can always drink your first piss.
Listen, there's a thing that I've learned from being in the Army, boys. You have your piss jar, you have your piss bottle, your spit bottle, and your water bottle, and don't get the 3 mixed up.
Absolutely. Don't even get one of the two mixed up. It's danger zone.
Like that, huh?
Yep.
It's like that, man. Yeah.
I was just saying, like I don't know too much about politics or whatever, so I hope I'm not offending nobody. But like, bro, Trump's life is kind of wild. Like, a lot of shit he's done is it's pretty entertaining. Like before he became the bad dude or whatever. People, I mean, I have a book, bro. Like over here, there's a book over here sitting around. It's Trump's book. You know what I mean? Somebody gave it to me as a gift. They're like, you should study it. So like before he was president, it was like, oh, you could learn something from this dude. Like he's a fucking businessman. Right. He do this and that. So like growing up, I don't read like that many books, but like the fact that somebody gave it to me, you know what I mean? They're like, hey, I look up to this guy. You can learn something about business, and it's inspirational. I mean, he's on TV. He's firing people left and right. You know what I mean? Boss. Yeah. So I'm like, that's what's up. I was like, I don't want to get fired. You know what I mean?
Right.
That was my thing. I was like, bro, because like I was like, man, if I ever worked for Trump, I hope he's not like, hey, you're fired. I'd be like, why, bro? Like, you can't just fire me. I'm union. You know what I mean?
Here's the problem. You think that you could just come in here?
Yeah.
Listen, there are some people that would say, I wouldn't say this, but there are some people that would say Mixman Shawn is the best, and I tend to agree. Mixman Shawn is the best that we've had on this podcast.
Bro, I'm gonna sample that and put it on a beat.
Yeah. We'll do it.
It's all yours, dude.
I'm gonna be like, yo, I just got Trump to do an intro to my beat. Let's go. It's presidential.
Yeah, dude.
Oh shit.
Trump has become honestly, like our modern day Arnold Schwarzenegger. Everybody in the world has a Trump impression.
Yeah.
Everybody does. Like you have to at this point.
Dude, I would love to kick it with Trump, like go golfing and shit, as long as he's not like,
right?
Yeah, you're fired. I'm like, dude, I'm not trying to get fired.
So I had a buddy in the special forces. He was, Charlie 1-1 out in first battalion, 1st special forces group. And these guys got pulled. I don't know how much I can say about this, but they were in Trump's vicinity at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And a thing had just happened in Afghanistan that this is back during Trump's first presidency. And he comes rolling up on a golf cart, and these special forces guys are in the vicinity of Trump, and he comes rolling up on a golf cart, and like, by God, this is what my friend said that he said. Comes rolling up, and he goes, "So what do you boys think about what just happened in Afghanistan?" And they were like, "We don't know, Mr. President." And he goes, "You're gonna love it." And he just drove away. He just drove away. And so they all started checking their phones, and that was when we dropped the first Moab that has ever been dropped in the history of warfare.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and it got dropped in Afghanistan, and they were just like, "Oh my God, he's the greatest president of all time." And he just came rolling up.
That was the news break.
And he just knew where these army guys were, and I guarantee you, like, he was like, "Go show me, like, I know I've got, army dudes around here. Let me go talk to him for a second." And they were like, "Oh, they're over there, Mr. President." I guarantee you that's what happened. And he comes rolling up, and that's what he does. "So what do you boys think? What do you boys think about what just happened in Afghanistan?" And they were like, "We don't know," because he's in front of the news. Like, they don't know.
You're gonna love it. You're fired. You're fired. Literally.
I think he might have told him that. That's why shit was kind of quiet back then.
I remember when he killed Soleimani, the Iranian general.
Yeah,
and he just threw the fucking American flag up on fucking Twitter, just repping the set. Like,
I was in when that happened. I was there. I was there when that happened.
Repping the set, dude.
That was like the presidential way of saying "fuck around and find out."
He doesn't give a fuck, bro. He kind of like speaks his mind,
But listen, man, that's all about what deterrence is about, dude. You don't do shit, and you get deterred from doing it because you're afraid of the fucking big stick that's coming when you do fucking do dumb shit.
They are afraid of him, and like if you follow that foreign policy ideology back, like where does it go to? That is Teddy Roosevelt.
Yeah,
it goes all the way back then. Like, carry a big stick, man.
That's us people. You know what I mean? Like, you could say it's the weapon systems.
He doesn't. You're right. Yeah, no, Teddy did. That's what I'm saying. I was finishing the.
But he just does the carry a big stick thing, and he just swings it like crazy. Yeah. But I love him because if you look at current foreign policy, and I can't get too deep into this, but if you look at foreign policy currently, is it working? That's the only thing that I would ask people. Like, is it working? Just look at it, and you tell me. Do you think is it working? And I'll just leave that out for anybody to like look at how it's going.
Yeah.
I mean, everything that everybody said that was going to happen if Trump got elected has happened when Biden got elected. We're going to be in all these new wars. There's going to be, nuclear holocaust hasn't happened, but they made it seem like that was going to happen. Nothing happened.
Yep.
It was all fear mongering. And now look, the inflation is fucking at damn near 40%. And you have new math, right? We don't count the volatile markets of the housing market. And when we calculate inflation, we don't do
convenient.
that.
It's so weird that, like, on the same income I got right now, if I was stationed at Charleston Air Force Base, I could buy a house and some land The exact same situation. Out here, I can't even get a 2-bedroom apartment.
Dude, that's what I say, man. I make too much damn money to be this damn broke.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. And the government pays for my housing, and the government pays for my groceries, and I still can't barely afford to live out here.
I'm super apolitical.
Gas is
like I don't have a party.
$5 a gallon out here.
I don't have a party favorite. I'm super apolitical. That's kind of my identity. Always has been. Yeah. I voted one time in my life, and that was for John McCain because I actually thought he was honestly living the things that he said he was doing. A lot of people still didn't like him. Some people said he was a rhino or whatever. Yeah. But I felt like he was honest and open about his ways. Every other time, I just don't care to get too caught up in it because I got a job to do and I take it pretty serious. And I love the people that I work with and I execute what we do. And I think that that's important for us as
and we serve at the behest of the president, right? So it's hard for us to say political things,
right?
Yeah, and there's some rules, we got to follow, of course. But we're still people, and we still have constitutional rights as well. But I think
and brains with opinions.
The things that got me the most fired up right now is like the state of taxation,
mostly brains,
bro. Taxation.
It's the worst shit ever, dude. Like, I'm sorry, but America was founded on the fact that like, stay out of my shit. And it's the most like in my pockets ever, and it's just getting worse. And that something needs to be.
I just like that you said that about America's founded on that. Leave me alone. Americans seem to have this notion that like the American government and the states and the way we view the United States now was the end goal at the end of the revolution. That wasn't it, man. A lot of these colonies were very much against becoming states and unifying and becoming a country.
Right.
You know, and there was a lot that happened that was very anti what a lot of colonists wanted at the end of the Revolutionary War. We've always been about decentralizing from a central government and taking care of ourselves. And that's why there's states' rights, and it's very important that we maintain those states' rights. It's just one of those things, you know. More and more and more and more, we lose those things to a federal government, and it's. I don't know. It's getting to the point where we gotta make some changes.
No, it's the consolidation of power, and you're absolutely correct.
Exactly.
That's why I don't understand why people got so mad about Roe v. Wade being overturned. Because
it just went back to the states, dude. If you
went back to the states, isn't that the actual?
I think that's the
way that democracy works, right?
Department of Education.
So if you don't get me started. Don't even get me started.
I'm doing it.
I'm doing it. Ripping. Just ripping.
Brown versus.
Yeah. But the idea that the idea that abortion goes back to the states. Hey man, if you like that and that's your thing, I believe all abortion is murder. That's where I come down in the issue. Right. I have 4 sons. I love having my kids. I'll have more if my wife would allow us to have more. I love children. I come from a big family myself. I think that children are great. I think it's our manifest destiny of the 22nd century is to have children and to bring these people out of existence. However, that's where I come down. That's my stance on it before anybody gets mad, right?
You're allowed to have that stance.
The idea that the government said, hey, we're going to take this federal issue that we had and push it back to the states. Okay, you like abortion, you like killing babies. That's the way I feel about it. Go to California, go to New York, go to Illinois, go to one of these states where you can kill your babies. I don't care. Just leave me alone in my state where we say, because Wisconsin had an old school abortion law on the records that as soon as Roe v. Wade got overturned, it got put into went back into effect, and now you can't kill babies in Wisconsin anymore. Now, immediately after that, Wisconsin Democratic Party took it up and then started legislating the issue in Wisconsin. But now it's a thing that I can now fight against in my state, where now I have a say again, where before I didn't, because you used the Supreme Court to legislate a law on me from the bench that no law person ever had a chance to fight against, right?
That's what we should call lawyers.
That the definition of democracy? Law persons. Yeah, lawyers. Thanks.
I love
it.
I love it. I love it.
I love law persons too. I went to Harvard Law Person School,
bro. But you're hella right, Chris. Like for real. Like
you're getting me off the cuff, dude. This is just me off the cuff.
Of course, but I mean that's authentic, right? I mean that's what we're. You want to have your real opinions.
I didn't even realize I said law person until you guys said that.
We're having fun with it.
We're here to help you out. It's just army speak for lawyer.
I mean that's what we call it. The Jag course is filled with law people.
Law people. They do that fancy book learning over there.
Yeah. I'm a medical person. If you guys didn't know,
right?
I do medical stuff.
Blood leaving the body, that's bad. That's me. I know that. Gotta stop it. I don't read books.
Pretty soon they're gonna be air people in the Air Force. We're just gonna be air people,
right? Yeah,
airmen.
Yeah, dude, for real.
We're just we're not even gonna be able to say air. People. We're just gonna be air.
Yep. Air people, space people, sea people.
My pronouns are
fly guys.
Fly guys. Oh yeah.
You can't say guys, Sean. That's starting to get borderline.
Fly
dude.
person. Yeah,
that's why I said
you better knock it off, dude.
You guys made fun of me, but at least I kept it gender neutral when I said law people, law person.
Dude, it was legit.
I guess.
No, I just enjoyed it.
That's all y'all.
But let's talk about the gender disparity in lawyers, right? Okay, in law people. Excuse me.
Okay,
let's do that. Yeah.
What is it? I don't know. I'm ignorant to that.
I have no fucking idea. Yeah, I have no idea.
Well, I don't.
Mr. fucking pronoun professional over here. Yeah, he's like,
oh shit.
That is a good point to bring up. Have you guys seen this this initiative to have all professions like filled with 30% women by 2030? Have you guys seen this?
I have never heard of that.
I've seen a lot of stuff like that. It's cool when you try to force square pegs into round holes.
Huh.
Bro,
you wind up with the Boeing situations.
Ayo.
Hey, the plane crashed, but it's okay, guys, because it was an entirely black female crew.
No, bro. By 2040, we should have all females do everything, because I'm trying to chill.
You know what? Yeah.
It's the ultimate power move.
Yeah, right?
Like,
listen,
hey, you do such a good job. Do some more.
Yeah, listen, man. I'm going to teach you girls a word that you're not familiar with. It's called accountability.
Yeah. What do you want next, bro?
But don't forget the sandwich.
Right? All delis.
First.
That's like the most generic, like, woman joke there is, isn't it? Like barefoot in the kitchen,
making a sandwich.
Yep. Hey, man.
But you know what?
Why do women not need a driver's license?
Yeah, no, there's self-driving cars.
The kitchen is on the other side of the living room.
No, because there ain't no road between the dishwasher and the oven, dude.
It's true. Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah.
Man, it's close enough.
Oh man, I was about to. I got a real bad joke. Was the one of that? What do you tell a woman with two black eyes? Nothing you already told her twice.
Nothing you already told her twice.
Yeah.
That's the joke for the entrance to hell.
Women, but I'm just saying.
Right? Yeah. Exactly. Jesus gonna pull out the book on you and be like,
remember? Or I guess what's those memes where Jesus comes over your shoulder and you're like, oh. But no, I would say, what do you tell a woman with two black eyes? Right? I'm gonna amend this joke. Nothing, because Diddy already told her.
Oh jeez.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna get canceled again.
Did he do it? Diddy did.
He did it. Come on, guys.
He's on video beating up his girlfriend in that hotel. He's literally on video beating her ass, dude.
Oh, so yeah, and then like there was an article today my wife showed me about Diddy like paying to get that surveillance footage.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's out there.
Bro,
trying
he's
to,
so fucked, bro.
Oh, he's.
But why? But why now, boys? That's what I want to know.
Well, because they're done playing with him, man.
That footage is like 10 years old. Why now?
Yep.
Because they caught him.
Because it's too much.
That's a good question. Why now?
Yeah, he's a wild.
I don't know, dude. He's a scapegoat for something, dude.
Facts.
They turn on each other for reasons, man. It is. Yeah. No, for real. We got to distract from something. Who we going now?
Was right, bro.
Suge Knight, dude.
Suge Knight said P. Diddy's all up in the videos, and he shouldn't be all up in the video like that. You gotta relax.
Well, as the what's it called? The CEO? You mean?
Yeah, he was bro, like, you're the manager. Like, relax, bro. We're making the food. You go do paperwork.
Okay.
Mhm.
I honestly believe all this shit that's come out about him fucking trannies and all kinds of shit, man. Pussy just doesn't do it for me anymore. Like, that's insane, dude. Like, what? You know?
He's like, pussy.
I like,
boring.
bro. He's like, overrated. I like dude ass.
Wow. Yeah.
Right?
Just
In a
doesn't get
skirt.
me.
In a
Turn
skirt.
it up a notch. Bam.
Right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I'm gonna make another video with Mace. And
Man
it's
Love
crazy.
Mace ain't
Thursdays,
doing
dude.
shit with him.
It's
doing
Afghanistan all
shit.
over.
Mace
Nah,
is gonna
dude.
fucking
Nah.
mace him now.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's so
Yeah.
ironic, dude, when you look at like what Mace is now versus like Diddy.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, he
crazy.
has a lot of bad things to say about his time working with that
Mace
fool.
went to look
I'm
for
sure,
God.
bro.
He was like, "Yo, fuck Diddy, bro. I need God."
Dude, yeah, that they
God.
came out with the fucking biggest
Y'all
banger
need
ever.
Jesus.
And then fucking was no, dude. Mace went and found Jesus, though. That's what I'm saying,
good.
man.
He became
Hell yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
A
was he a
minister.
He's like,
pastor?
Jesus,
A
where you
minister?
been?
Yeah,
He's
minister.
like, I've been
Yeah,
over here.
Baptist church or something?
something.
I can't
He was
remember
find
what it
out
was.
what church was Mace ordained out of.
Yeah,
Didn't
because
MC Hammer do that too?
I don't know if Hammer
Find
did
God?
that. I don't know, but Hammer's the
Yeah.
man.
I
I'll
don't
say
know.
that much.
Can't touch this.
Shout out
Hammer
to
found
Hammer.
God. Like,
Shout out Hammer,
yeah,
dude.
I think he went that way too.
All I know is Hammer is the man, and he always has been. Represent.
Hey.
My dogs are staring at me.
Yeah, I never really knew MC Hammer from like the music.
Googling all of a sudden, like.
No, like my
Bro,
dog
I
just
can't
came
be
in from a
googling
walk.
shit. If I start googling, my
Callie, come here.
internet's gonna
Say hi
slow
to the
down.
boys. Look, guys. There she is. She's sitting
Oh
on the mic.
man.
I don't really see
What is that a collie?
what he is, other than the fact that he's a Protestant minister.
Oh,
So,
okay. Protestant. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty
could
specific.
be non-denominational. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
Better
I
than
don't think
Diddy.
yeah, exactly. I don't think he stayed with that too
Everything
long
better than
because he
Diddy
went
did.
back
It
He's
into.
definitely
says,
better
I just
than
Googled-
Diddy.
Bro, no doubt. I just Googled it. It says he's a minister still in Atlanta.
Oh
So,
wow, that's interesting.
I mean,
Yeah, I
ATL
kind of a
just
big
see
deal. You know?
The
Yeah, I just see that
nasty
stuff.
loogie filled tissue at the bottom of my garbage can is better than Diddy right now.
Yeah, no doubt. The drama
sorry,
is
Diddy
hip-hop
still
is the
Diddy
thing.
still out of the country?
I don't know.
He should
That's what I
be.
heard.
But that's what they
Yeah,
do.
so that's innocent person behavior. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Right,
It's
you,
like,
you
oh,
jump on a jet and
I'm
like
innocent.
fly to a non-extradition country.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Let me sneak out of here real
Yeah.
quick.
I don't
I'm
like
totally
underage girls or trannies. Let me get on a plane.
Well, if
Here's
the
the
spotlight's on me
thing
for the
though.
bad stuff, I'm
Here's
out
the
here.
thing that I want to ask, and you guys know how this stuff works, right?
Send it.
Because you guys are all cops, or at least two
Okay.
of you are cops. Actually, that's a really interesting thing. The last time I had a conversation with this many cops,
So
it did not go.
we're
It
cops.
did not go
we
this
were
well.
cops.
Well,
Ironically,
yeah.
little sneak about Mixman Shawn. His main thing is IT for the 911 systems. So
Yeah, I'm an E9.
without him, we ain't calling 911.
I'm always
That's true.
working.
So
on
he's in the
developing
system.
this.
Yeah.
On
So
the
the last time
technology
I
side,
had
yeah.
a conversation with this many cops, it did not go this well. So
That's
thanks,
right.
guys.
Miranda writes.
I've met
But-
some cool cops.
Miranda writes.
But anyway, like the day that his house got raided, I don't know if you guys remember like looking back on this because I remember like
Yeah,
watching
seen the video.
the headline.
Yeah.
The headlines like come in. So his house got raided, and then he like ran from his house, got in his car, went to his private jet,
Mm-hmm.
on his private airstrip, and left the country and went to a non-extradition country.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah,
if
and
you
went
guys
there
were
and
gonna
said, "Take that."
if you
Right.
guys were going to do a raid on a guy, right?
Yeah.
And then this is what doesn't make sense to me. If you were going to do like a no-knock raid on a guy,
Yeah, tase him first.
well,
I'm pretty sure he wasn't at his house when it was raided, though.
no, he was like 12 hours prior.
Mm-hmm.
That's my
Not when it
point.
happened.
Yeah.
He wasn't when it happened. He left 12 hours prior and then immediately went to his jet and got in his jet and flew away.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, did he know? That's what I'm saying. Like, nothing about this makes sense because if
I
you're
mean,
gonna do
Probably.
If you're that kind of, if you're that level connected, you got to have
Right.
people in the fucking law enforcement
Dude's a
agencies,
billionaire.
right?
Hey, you remember that song,
He
"Bad
is,
Boy,
yeah.
Bad Boy"?
Yeah.
What you gonna do?
I mean, that was the same.
So I'm
His
saying, so
He's
dude,
like, "I'm gonna fly out of
like-
here."
like
Right, yeah.
right.
Here's
He
what I did.
obviously, He obviously had like a tee up, and somebody was like, "Hey, don't be home tomorrow."
I'm sure
obviously got his jet filled up, like got it ready to go, got his pilots in place because. Like even a billionaire, like you got to give your pilots like probably like
they
at
went
least
there
a
and they were like, "No,
6 hour head.
They're like, "Where'd he go?"
Right?
did he leave?
He's like,
did he fly away? Like
no did he?
Right?
No did he, dude? I don't know, man.
Did he disappear?
Did he? Yeah.
Did.
did
yeah, I think that's probably a product of bureaucracy, though. Like shit just takes so long to get that going. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's a good point. It could be that too, but I just think that there's got to be something deeper going on here that like you can draw conclusions. We obviously are. Like, dude obviously knew they were coming for him. Dude obviously had a chance to get out of town.
Yeah,
dude is obviously being kept away from the United States. Like, don't come back. Now they're dropping like actual video footage of him doing the stuff that he did that they know that Diddy did.
If you
10 years ago,
bro, the fact that he named himself Love, like, hey, I'm Love, I'm Love,
dude.
Like,
bro,
I'm Love.
If you can get a judge to sign off on a no-knock warrant, you should be able to get a judge to put this motherfucker on like a no-fly list, and like tell all the airports in the local area, like
that's my point.
You got to have a list of his assets. Hey, this jet, this tail number cannot take off at any airport, etc.
That's my point.
So,
is it oversight or is it conspiracy? That's the real question.
That's my point.
Conspiracy, or even just enough influence to compromise that process. So,
well, he's also LAX, a billionaire. Right? So how much can he throw money around to?
You can have your own.
So there's
a
lot
have
going
that
on
much
here.
money, bro. You can have your own fucking airport.
That too.
Yeah.
So, like, where are you going to stop?
Airspace is federal, though.
Yeah, it is. But you can influence. So Hollywood has its own side of LAX. Its whole old little place. They don't fly into the blue collar baller airport.
Gate A3. Yeah,
right. It's its own detachment.
Not like us plebs.
That's right. Us regulars. Us riffraff.
That's usually where I land.
Riffraff for sure, dude.
That's where I land.
Where I have to get shaken down every single time I have to fly with my kit because the Army makes me do it. And they still don't let me take my kit, even though they know my kit's more than 50 pounds. And every single time I put it on the scale, I'm like, hey, guess what? That's going to be like 51 pounds because it's literally just my kit and my helmet.
Yep.
Don't get me started, dude.
Like, it's over by 1 pound. We got to charge you $300.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, they'll put the fucking space shuttle on top of an airplane and it's good to go.
Yeah. Facts.
Yeah.
Too easy.
Bro, some lady at the at the plane, bro, some lady at the airplane tried to tell me I'm on my way to Portland and I noticed the plane's empty, bro. So I'm in a like little economic seat. I'm not like by the window seat. I look back, there's like 10 window seats. And we're in the air. I was like, yo, fuck this. I'm not gonna sit over here. I'm gonna go sit by the window. I went there and the fucking lady came up to me. She's like, oh, you gotta go back there because when we put these seats, we kind of balance the airplane so there's like enough people in the back. And
get the fuck out of here, dude.
Fuck. She was like, so that's gonna be upgrade unless you got $100.
Damn, she tried strong arming you on the in the
I'm
air.
Looking at you, I was like, what the fuck?
Like, what are you gonna do? Turn the fucking airplane around?
Oh my God.
You know,
bro.
Put you on a no-fly list.
I'm already at the window seat, and I got the thing up. I'm like, bro, it's a 40-minute flight. The lady's like, no, that's an upgrade. You gotta fucking go.
You know what I would do if I was you, bro? I'd use my nationality to my advantage and be like, no English.
No
like,
English.
Oh well.
Then she's gonna be like, hey, then get way in the back.
Right, and when you land, there's a random cavity search.
Hey, if you don't speak my language, don't come to my country.
Super random.
Yeah,
it's so random. Sir. I know about it already.
This isn't profiling, sir. It's random.
Because
I'm getting ready to get. I'm getting ready to get to know you like Delta, Brandon for Chris, dude.
Like the rule is, if I'm flying Delta, if I don't get upgraded or whatever, if there's some window seat, I go sit there. Nobody cares, and I get used to that. And I'm flying some Alaskan airline, and she tried to tell me that like if I sit back there, the shit's gonna be off balance.
Yeah,
bullshit, dude. That's so fucking dumb.
And I was like, bro.
I'm like, what the fuck are you doing walking up and down the aisle offering everybody shitty peanuts, dude? Get the fuck out of my face with this dumb shit.
One of us is hella dumb.
I know. One of us is dumb. Dude,
I'm like, I'm already on the plane,
exactly.
bro.
Am I not allowed to take a shit on this side of the plane? I gotta take a shit on that side of the plane? Like, you tell me. I want to know. I really want to know.
Yeah, like, hey, if you just took a piss, you come over here and drink some water so we kind of stay straight. Like,
exactly. What? Hey,
you know what cracks me up?
I don't know. I don't really want the upgrade. I'm gonna land in 40 minutes. It's like a short flight. But the fact that she told me all this shit, like trying to make it scientific, I was like, whatever, dude. I don't know you like that.
That's
and I know you failed fucking math for sure.
Right.
Or
if
physics.
You can draw the physics equation out on this piece of paper for me, I'll get it.
Can you show me that on a graph? Yeah.
Yeah. Can you show me? Can you calculate the lift for me? Right.
Yeah.
You know what really cracks me up? Like going back to the whole quiet professionals thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like we say like quiet professionals. And then if you're in an airport and they go, we would like to bring up front our military members along with the Diamond, Platinum, like all like Uber flyers.
Yeah, exactly.
You see all the dudes with
tactical bags.
Those backpacks and like their 511
they got their fucking name tape on the back and shit. Their little fucking E4 rank. Yeah.
They all go walking like running up front like super fast.
We're like, thanks, Holt.
Yep. Yep. I need to see your military ID. I already had it out.
Yeah.
I came in with it out.
It's right here.
It's right here. Yeah. Look at my face. You see my backpack? Yeah. You see my backpack?
Yeah. Thank me for my service.
It says Mystery Ranch.
Do you know who my husband is?
Do you know who my husband is? Yeah. My husband's Lieutenant Smith. Okay. Oh, that's cool.
This is unacceptable.
I had a goldfish when I was 5. I thought we were talking about things that don't fucking matter.
I'd like to speak to your captain. This is unacceptable.
Right.
Wait, no, you just had one goldfish, bro? You can't just have one.
No,
usually
just
when
one.
I finish the whole pack, when I have a goldfish.
Listen, I'm in the air. Oh yeah, dude. God, my favorite goldfish are the pizza flavored. Listen, I'm in the Air Force. I know how planes work. That's what I'd say. And you're trying to tell me I fly the M4 every day, okay?
Yeah, so you're telling me if Josh is gonna sit in the back, like this is gonna be a lowrider?
Did you tell me you knew his motherfucking ass weighs 215 pounds before he got on the plane? I don't think so.
I should have said something. I should have been like, yo, that's bullshit, but I like it.
If I turn my hat on backwards, will it help the aerodynamics?
Yeah.
Are we going to be good to go?
Yeah.
Now let's ask the real questions.
Should I sit like this?
Did a pilot eat breakfast this morning?
Just wait till the
AI... on an empty stomach? I want to know.
Just wait till the AI is flying all of our commercial planes.
Dude. My call sign's Ace. I'll hit the brakes. They'll all fly.
Could you imagine?
It's fine, dude.
I bet that happens, dude.
The AI planes?
Like the planes already fly themselves for the most part. You
know
what I mean? Like,
they really do. Yeah.
I guess technically that's what's happening, right? It's a form of artificial intelligence.
And then the other thing that like drives me absolutely batshit crazy is like when we land, and every time a plane lands, like people like
somebody
cheer.
Claps.
Yeah, and it's like it's supposed to do that, you retard.
Did I ask you guys a question?
Yes, please ask me a question.
I want to ask you guys a question about how you feel about flying. I fucking hate it, bro. I love
flying. Actually, I love flying.
No, I'm with you, Josh. I hate flying.
I love it. I've always loved airports. I love planes. I love the experience of flying. All of it.
So I love airports because I'm with Aaron.
At any time, it doesn't matter.
Exactly. I'm with Aaron. I'm with Aaron Love on this one. Aaron loves America. I'm gonna shout him out again. I'm with him. The airport is like the last lawless place in the United States.
Yeah,
it is like 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, give me Bloody Marys, dude. Because I'm getting ready to get on a plane.
It's true. You can go buy a scarf, a magnet, and a beer all in the same place, dude. You know,
shot glasses in the shop and at the bar using them.
Right.
Yeah, it's like a Syrian bazaar. You can,
Where am I?
It's like
Akron, Ohio. I need a shot glass.
Whole chest set. It's all shot glasses.
That's it, dude. Yeah.
So I hate it
when it comes to flying, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, when you're flying in a commercial plane, it takes off like this.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that. But in a helicopter, when you just here like in a chair and it goes up, you don't got no windows. Bro, I'm not about that life. That's not me.
Oh,
choppers are different.
They are
completely different. I love choppers, dude.
It's an experience.
Dude, I was holding on to the thing like so hard, my muscles were fucking so tensed up.
I'm also a jump master, so I've jumped out of more aircraft than I've ever landed in.
Dude,
you probably jumped out of more planes than I've been in.
I would way rather jump out of choppers than I would jump out of aircraft.
What's the distinguishing difference? Like, why?
So mostly it's just like the way that we train, right? So choppers, like it makes the whole process just like way faster. So if you go out to the drop zone, the chopper comes out to the drop zone, meets you, lands. Like all the jump masters, like we JMPI the jumpers, we put them on the chopper. Chopper takes up, circles around the drop zone, drops the jumpers, comes back, lands, and we can get like the whole
way more practical.
Yeah, we can get we can get the whole process done in like 4 hours. We can put out like 20 sticks in like 4 hours.
Nice
on a good weather day, and just boom, just like circle that bad boy. Planes, like they have to land at the strip. The strip is always like way away from the drop zone, so you got to have like a DACO, and the DACO is the departure airfield commanding officer, and then you have to have like the DZSO, which is the drop zone commanding officer. So like he commands like it's way more stuff, and then the plane like picks up the jumpers at the airfield and flies them out and drops them, and then has to go back to the airfield and pick them up. And so it's like you can get like maybe less than half of the people out that you need to do, right? And so the training value is less, and the work that you have to do is like way more.
Shit.
And then when you jump out of a plane, it's like you just get beat up, dude. It's like stepping into a ring with like Mike Tyson. You step out of the air, like we do like C-27s. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do like C-27s.
Jake Paul, Mike Tyson.
Because the C-27 is like a smaller, like midget version of. I love midgets, by the way.
Yeah,
like a midget version. Yeah, God bless
them. Wait, real
midgets? Real midgets, dude.
Real midgets. This AI generated midgets.
I am obsessed with midgets.
Lowercase
I really
AI midgets.
No, they did that.
How many you got?
Didn't they do like deep fake with what's his name, that English dude, to make him Oompa Loompa?
Bro, my bad, real quick. Hey, since we're talking on the topic of flying,
midgets?
Josh, hey, you remember one of our teachers used to do later gliding and stuff over in Silicon Valley?
Like hang gliding or like gliders?
Like
Elliot.
I don't remember his name, but like he would go on top of the mountain and jump off with a little kite and just fucking fly. And this is a big old dude.
Oh yeah.
I was like, bro, like he wasn't scared, man.
Yeah,
you remember that dude, right?
Base jumping.
I don't remember
base
his
jumping.
name.
But he was using the hang glider one.
It's like a kite or whatever.
Not like the squirrel suit.
On top of a mountain, then you jump, and then he just flies.
Squirrel suit is fucking badass, but scary as
bro. Those people are insane, dude.
For like those old big ass dude, I was like, dude, that's crazy that you do that, man. Like you just out there fearless.
It looks fun as fuck. If somebody could guarantee me I wasn't gonna die doing it, and you could just send me home in a Matchbox, I would do it. But like that's just like, oh man, dude, I don't know, man. That's
if I had the control over it, like I'm driving a car, it'd be fun.
It does look fun as fuck, though, dude. Those people.
I'm scared, dude.
If it is the last thing you do before you fucking splat into that fucking mountain.
That
maybe
would
if
be
like I knew that
hell
like
of a
the
last thing, right?
Earth-killing asteroid was on its way and it was inevitable.
It's time.
Like, okay, fuck it.
Yeah, you're gonna be the only one that makes it because they're gonna take out. You're just gonna be stuck in the space.
Right. I'm gonna try to hit the Earth faster than the asteroid is. That becomes my new goal. You know what I mean?
You're gonna become a planet. And they're gonna be like, Brandon orbits the Earth now.
Right. I'm just like looking at the guy that took me up there and be like, there's no getting out of this. This is the last time you're gonna see me. See you later.
Not to get too existential on you, but death is coming for all of us, isn't it?
Facts.
It is, right. I'm just not trying to expedite the process, you know?
Right, well, I understand where you're coming from, but what I'm saying is, like, it doesn't matter if it's an asteroid, if it's like an aneurysm, like, death is coming for you.
Yeah, but like, I can if I knew, do you know an aneurysm is going to be there in a week? No. If there's an asteroid clearly in the sky, like, coming, it's like, okay, we're all fucked. We're all fucked. The asteroid, like, nothing matters anymore. It's complete and total chaos and mayhem. I'd squirrel suit. Like, who cares?
I want my
now,
googly
you know?
to be at least legit. Like, I don't want it to be some Josh did some dumb shit and that was it. You know what I mean?
No one's even gonna know, dude. All the technology, all the writing is gonna be completely and totally gone. I'm just gonna fucking squirrel suit into the ground. It'll be cool.
Darwin Award.
Right.
This retard.
Could you imagine if
he was trying to relive the old days and crowd surf or surf through I-5 on a shopping cart. No.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. Those days are gone, bro. I can barely get out of bed.
Though, that you said that though, like, yeah, it's coming, and it's unpredictable. What do you do about that? You know what I mean? Like, what do you?
Nothing.
What do you
live
try
your
to
life to the fullest?
Is there some things like you're like, hey, I'm definitely trying to do this before I die?
Oh yeah, the bucket list.
Oh yeah. Oh, I got bucket list.
Chris is like midgets.
100%. Midget. Well, I mean, what about midgets?
I love midgets.
No, so there was this
midget baseball team.
There's this midget based bar in Fayetteville, North Carolina.
If the midget's running too slow, he just picks him up and put him on the base.
Right? No, there's this midget bar, and I used to love going there.
My take on Little League, you know what I mean?
For real.
Play a little baseball.
Little League, a little baseball.
Right, listen, guys, you guys
go for a little run.
There's no strike zone.
You guys got to actually hear this.
The outfield is the infield.
So you could go there, and they would have midget wrestling on Thursday nights. So you could go there and you could bet on them, and the midgets would get in the mud pit and they would wrestle, and that was awesome. And then on Fridays you could go there and they would have these like the midgets would put on these. They would like. I mean, like you guys are laughing, but hold on.
He's like, listen,
you a story. It's
singlets and kid
story.
sizes are cheaper.
So the midgets would put on like Velcro suits, and they would have like the whole wall of the bar had like targets and stuff.
It's so
and
much worse.
You could pick up the midgets and you could throw them, and like you could literally
midget darts, dude.
Yes, you could literally play with the midgets
time
like they were darts.
Story.
Yeah.
And it was one of my favorite places of all time because I'm just
no, this was so much fun. It dwarfed my expectations.
You guys are laughing, but I'm telling you right now.
He's like, there's not a lot of fun things to do in Wisconsin.
Hey, don't make fun of midgets. They're down to earth, bro. What are you talking about?
The puns are flowing. I love this. Yeah. You've never lived until you've tossed a midget. I'm telling you right now.
Cardiac arrest and dehydration. I'm crying.
Right.
Chris, I'm like listening to your story between the jokes. I can't believe it.
Down to earth. That was my favorite pun. That was a good one.
Don't be trying to belittle nobody.
That was
bro.
good.
We're gonna get sued by the fucking
Brandon. That last 3 minutes, that's all a clip right there. That whole 3 minutes.
Yep.
It's just me dying in silence over here.
Having a little fun.
He's like, if I were to die suddenly, he's like, I need you to delete my search history.
Like, keyword
it's midget. A little awkward.
That's legit. But that's
legit,
a real place. Wait, hold up. Where is this bar, though?
Hey, can I tell you something?
I'm asking for a friend.
You guys know that thing called the My bad, Chris. My bad. Hey, I'm gonna let you finish. You remember that
I don't
thing?
even know if it.
Go
ahead.
You know the Napoleon syndrome?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
bro. Sure. They call it the midget mentality.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
He had hemorrhoids too, didn't he?
Probably.
Napoleon? Probably, dude.
Yeah, Napoleon.
They had all kinds of fucking problems back then, man.
He was short. He couldn't shit. Yeah, he had hemorrhoids, dude.
No, I was laughing too hard. Got a side stitch.
All right, my bad.
Old man problems. Bro, that's a...
If you're a midget, it's just a half stitch.
Dude.
If you guys want to know what it's like to hang out and drink with military dudes on the weekend, like this is it, dude.
This is it.
Imagine if there was a midgetary.
Yeah. Oh.
Bro,
oh my god.
You know that little gang?
A little gang?
It would just be a small formation.
Oh, Jesus, dude. A
small
formation.
Bro, you can have the midgetary on you if you talk shit about little people.
All the crosses
you gotta watch out for
at the crossbars, like they don't go all the way
but
up.
real talk though, there's some talented dudes that are like the dude Warwick Davis.
Real quick, how many midgets does it take to change the light bulb?
Dude, Shawn just turned on all of a sudden at the midget conversation.
About 4.
He's here.
About 4.
Oh shit, Shawn is killing me.
I know, dude. Jeez Louise, man.
He's
keep it. I know, dude.
I didn't realize that's where I like popped Shawn open. Like,
that's such a weird place to do it.
I've been friends with him.
My favorite Disney movie is Snow White.
Oh yeah, yeah, dude. I've been friends with this dude for 26 years, and he's never made a midget joke the entire time.
No. Let me tell you, bro.
It's a secret fetish, dude.
Yeah.
No. One time I got into a fight with the midget. I put him on the fridge. He's like, "Hey, I'm afraid of heights."
You put him on the fridge?
You just picked him up and set him up there?
Is there statute of limitations on that?
Dude,
I'm just kidding. I'm just making shit up now.
They're heavy.
I will never fight
right now. They're heavy.
Bro.
Yeah,
bro. It's like a dude could be like 3'8", and then like he's as heavy as like a 5'9" man.
Yeah,
like they're dense.
Yeah.
Ask me how I know.
I'm gonna ask you.
How do you know?
Because I tossed one time.
Oh, at the bar. Yeah,
yeah.
The Velcro suit.
You guys know how to make the little things in life count, right?
How's that?
You teach a midget math.
Hell yeah.
Give a midget a calculator.
Right.
Oh.
But not a TI-83 is too big, right?
Oh fuck.
He's like, bro, this is him.
Oh shit.
Hey, give him remember the calculators with the watch?
Right,
yeah, dude.
That's it.
Yeah, the Casios.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. You can buy those at like every BX for like $5.
To them, that's a real keyboard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I got it.
It is
Shawn.
unsettling.
I'm sorry.
Like I'm not super tall. I'm like slightly above average, 6'1", right? I turned a corner one time, and there was a midget there, and I didn't see them. So I'm just looking like eye level and shit. I turned the corner. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? And I almost ran him over. That's
He's like,
the
he was
only
waving
encounter.
at me from across the room, and he was like, "Dude, that's a microwave."
Yeah, dude. Nice plug. I was shocked, like literally. I was like, "What the fuck?" Because it just threw me off, like in real life. When shit is out of your
micro shocked.
Wait,
perception.
You tripped over a midget?
Yes.
You didn't see him?
No. At all.
Man, speed bump.
No doubt. No doubt. Man.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, guys.
I feel like we were somewhere before all this.
I'm obsessed with midgets. I love it.
Oh, your little friends?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm obsessed with it, dude. I love it.
He's obsessed. Where did this obsession begin? How?
So
Wait, hey, my bad, guys. I'm sorry, bro. Do you think that Napoleon mentality is for real? You think the
yeah, no, 100%.
little dudes be doing too much?
Oh, yeah,
I mean, I've met plenty of guys that like overcompensate for something. It's like the whole fucking joke about like dudes that drive really big trucks.
Little white dudes, big trucks. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
my granddad's one of them. My granddad's like 5'3" and he drives a F-350 super diesel.
Yeah. It's like the joke. Somebody with a truck like that's like, "Sorry about your dick, bro."
Yeah.
And he goes, "Don't care. I got this big truck." You know, that's like the comeback.
Right.
Yeah, it's for real. Oh man.
You remember that ludicrous song? He's like, "I feel like midget is hanging from a necklace."
Diddy probably did that, man.
Yeah.
He probably did.
He did, dude.
Yeah. He's like, I just want a midget training because I'm trying to get a little fucked up, you know.
Nobody's gonna listen to this podcast to this point.
It's ruined.
It's
ruined.
You need to put like a disclaimer.
Right? Yeah.
And this is where it all went wrong.
Not safe for work.
You listen to this point.
Yeah. Please make sure your audience is just you.
Nobody hate me, bro. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just joking.
Yeah.
This is the best.
Dude, this is fun size candy bar is full size to them. You know what I mean? So like on Halloween,
bro. You seen those?
Dude,
little
did midgets
TikTok?
need 1,000 calories?
That's
instead of 2,000. It's a serious question.
That's legit observation.
Or do they need more like hummingbirds?
I don't know. Are they more efficient? Are they more efficient
that's
that
what
way?
I'm saying. If they're smaller and they move faster, do they need more calories?
When they poop, does it take a shorter amount of time? Just like travel distance wise?
These are jokes, but they are philosophical questions.
That's what I'm saying, though. You know what I mean?
Turds the same size.
Yeah.
You can make a whole coffee book. Like, remember the coffee table books? It could be all about short stories.
Do midgets in New York City need fewer phone books to be able to see over the steering wheel than midgets in Indiana? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
well, and here's the other thing that I've always been thinking about. Like, if you have a midget and it's like a midget that marries a full size spouse.
Bro, we've been talking about midgets for 10 minutes, dude.
This is not
just a little segment. You know what I mean?
Right? Like, if they're listen, like if they're nose to nose and his toes are in it,
the Marclair Midget Project.
Yeah. If they're toes to toes and his nose is in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like if it's a midget man and a full size woman, is she throwing him around, or is he like rolling her up? Like, that's what I want to know. Or if it's a midget woman and a full size man. You see what I'm saying? Like the questions abound. I have so many questions.
What is so great?
I'm sure there's probably a video of this that you could find. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If
there's a whole reality TV show about this.
Like Pornhub, I'm sure.
Yeah. Half a pint of love. You know,
if it's a
that's actually close to the real name.
I think it is. Yeah.
If it's a midget father and he has a full size son, right? Is he like, don't make me come up there, like I'm gonna whoop your ass? Like,
are midgets able to use full size urinals?
Yeah.
Don't make me come down there if he's a midget son.
Are they able to use full size urinals? Like, do they have to what's going on there? Do you need like a pocket stool?
Does he carry like a little?
But the sinks are kind of high.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, maybe if you're a midget, you got to go pee in the elementary school.
No, you just climb up that
because the little urinals that are like 6 inches off the ground. You know what I mean?
No, you're walking, you see a midget standing on the counter, pissing in the sink.
Dude, did you ever see that video of that fucking dude that threw a midget off the bus in New York City? And everybody thought it was the bus driver was throwing a fucking kid off the bus, and they started beating the bus driver's ass and realized it was a midget.
And he was probably an asshole that deserved it.
All right. He's like, this ain't the short bus. This ain't the short bus.
Different to midgets.
Right? Oh, Jesus.
Oh, shit.
They're that ground zero for elevator farts, you know?
It could be a small problem, is all I'm saying.
It's definitely not a little problem.
Oh, my goodness.
Remember that song, How Low Can You Go?
Mm-hmm. A little bit.
Hey, real talk. He wasn't a midget, but that dude from, what was it, Goody Mob?
How you know he wasn't a midget?
No, he was smaller than normal. But it was like Goody Mob. You know what I'm talking about?
I haven't heard any good evidence that he's not a midget so far.
That brings up another good question. Like,
green.
No,
where's the line? What makes somebody a midget or not?
There are actual,
I think there's a metric on that.
I know what.
Can we do like some actual research on that?
One time I was in Vegas. Bro, one time I was in Vegas and I seen a bunch of people like crowded, and I was like, "What's going on?" And I couldn't see nothing, bro. And I fucking worked my way up to the front of the line, and it's fucking Jermaine Dupri.
Oh shit!
I couldn't see him for days. I had to zoom in. I was like, "Oh shit, this is you, bro."
Saint Lunatics.
Saint Lunatics. That was part of Nelly's crew.
Yeah.
Murphy Lee.
Let's see.
Yeah,
it says Murphy Lee. In humans, it is sometimes defined as adult height of less than 147 meters, so 4 feet 10 inches, regardless of size.
147
meters. Average adult height among people with dwarfism is 120 centimeters, which is I like how it's measured in centimeters, dog.
Bro, let me tell you something about meters.
It's so insulting.
Yo, real quick.
You don't even get inches, man.
Bro, so check this out. Story time. I already told Josh this. Bro, I was in Salt Lake City, and it's like snowing, and I'm at a hotel, and it's breakfast time. So it's like everybody over there. And I seen a super tall-ass dude, but he's not American, right? He's from Europe. No, he's fucking tall as fuck. He's the opposite of midget. And
Gigante.
Bro, so he's in the breakfast area, but he's from Europe. He's just like visiting America to go like ski in the Salt Lake, right? So I'm making small talk. I'm like, damn fool, you hella tall, like you play basketball or some shit. And then he had an accent out, so I figured out he wasn't from here. I was like, bro, how tall are you? Bro, instead of telling me in like 6 feet something, he's like, I'm 2 meters something. I was like, bro, I've never had nobody tell me. I'm like,
I love how you sounded like Matumbo right there.
Yo, he's like, I'm 2 meters.
No.
I'm like,
no.
I was like, meters? Like, how tall are you, bro? I'm asking you a question.
You gonna tell me the temperature of the coffee in this breakfast bar in fucking Celsius?
Talking about meters, bro. Like, I'm not tall. I'm long.
Tis 100 centigrade.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
As soon as he said meters, I was like, "Oh, dude, I'm not about to convert that shit. I'm out."
Like, never mind.
Yeah.
Forget I asked.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, you're giving me math
in the
equation.
US.
I asked you how tall you are. You're like, fucking
can you
find
say that
out.
To my, can you
Where's
say
that
that to
midget
my
with the
Siri?
calculator we were talking about earlier?
Hey, bro.
How tall are you? About 3 midgets.
He's just like holding it up.
That's too funny.
So he's about 3.5
right
meters tall.
Brandon,
Imagine if it was a measurement.
Is
like
this
mile,
like the most fun
like, yo,
podcast we've had?
I need like 7 midgets of this.
A little bit.
At least it's fun for us. I hope it's fun enough for anybody that's
the
listening.
last half of this podcast.
Josh,
you know,
this has been fire.
Podcast.
Not at all, dude. Not at all. We've actually been meaning to have a midget podcast episode.
I came with fire. We're like, oh, we came with water.
We came with midget jokes.
I came with midgets. Right.
I came with midgets, dude.
I can't wait to hear from you when you play this back and you're editing. You're like, bro, I don't even know how we got here.
Bro, right? What?
I don't know where
the most said word in this podcast was midget. What the fuck is going on?
Trying to take me a midget home.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
There's a place for you, my friend, on Reddit. I'm sure.
Yeah. A dark hole on the internet.
You know the craziest thing I ever seen?
No.
A midget on a horse?
No, not even a midget, like a regular person.
A midget in space?
Bro, I'm in
Twinkle,
Paris.
twinkle, little star.
Mm-hmm. Bro, dudes are coming to the club on a motorcycle, on a scooter, and they come out there and then they party and they leave with somebody on a scooter. I was like, holy shit! I never seen that.
On a scooter, like crazy. A razor scooter.
Midgets on a scooter.
Little Vespa, bro. They're just like,
Vespa.
Like, yeah. They come to downtown. They got their little helmets. They go party. And then boom, like, what's up, girl? Hop on a little bike. And
yeah.
It was trippy. I was like,
a little bike.
Picking up girls on a bike.
We have like fucking pumps on or some shit. You could feel, you know.
They're listening to like T-Pain and shit. They're like, I'm going to buy you a drink.
Like, if I could reach the bar. I brought my megaphone.
I'm going to request
you. Let me get a Long Island. Let me get a Long Island.
Who said that?
Right? Who the fuck? Bro, I've been hearing voices all night. The midget at the fucking end of the bar ain't got a drink at all.
Long Island.
Right? You see little
hands sticking
up. Little hands sticking up over the bar.
Just little fucking
Give me
like
a little
this.
short island ID.
Yeah, short island.
Yeah. They're holding their shot glass like this.
Right. I got fucked up. I had one shot.
Oh, shit.
Half Coke, half whiskey,
Chris is like,
please.
I'm out of this fucking podcast.
I know, right?
He's like, never bring these guys back.
I just want to take one shot.
Right.
It's too funny. I swear to God, I only had one margarita for this show.
All right. Don't tell Chris. Don't tell Chris.
Midget margarita.
No. Hey, don't tell Chris none of this shit we said.
Yeah,
no. Don't tell Chris. You guys were dunking on me the whole time I was going.
Not even.
No.
It was midget stories that you would be jealous about, so we can't tell you.
We're just waiting for you to gather your midgets.
Right.
Dude, I'm telling you right now.
My favorite website back in the day was hotmidgets.net.
Hotmidgets.net.
Not even .com.
That's the shocker.
It was littlepeople.gov, dude. What are you talking about?
.gov?
.gov, bro. You don't even know.
Hey,
Jesus.
You think midgets should have like their own airports?
It's a 3-letter agency, but they're all lowercase.
CIA.
Oh shit! Oh my God, that's too good.
That was the best all night, dude.
That was the finisher.
I'm not even going to try to follow. That was good, dude.
You're welcome. I'm not even good at these midget jokes. I'm just here for the laughs.
The ha-has.
Oh, yeah,
you're a little low on the hee-hees, dude.
Yeah. No, this shit made me cry a lot. Chris's story about the bar.
I think that's a good place to wrap it up, man. Honestly.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
It was good talking to you guys.
The whole last 20 minutes is just all midget talk.
It literally
is. That's part of the episode, man.
Yeah. It spiraled into...
Well, you know what we're going to do? I'm going to put out the full episode, and I'm going to put out a midget episode the last 20 minutes.
The YouTube short. Oh, God.
Here's the thing. I want my little bros to know that I love them so much.
Honestly,
there's nothing but love.
Real quick. This is the last midget thing I'm ever going to say.
Okay.
What happens to a midget when he smokes weed?
He gets a little high?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Medium.
Oh my God.
I have a cold. Fuck you guys.
Oh shit. Man. Everybody needs a good laugh for therapy.
You know what's funny, dude? Is you ever watched a midget run? It looks like your toddler trying to run, dude. The same. You know what I mean? It's like the same.
It looks painful,
bro.
It does. Probably is, man. So go to fucking hell, man.
They should make an entire sports league just for midgets.
You know what's the one thing called that you throw it, dude? It's like
midget
a sport
football,
that you run.
midget basketball.
Javelin.
What is it called?
Javelin, where they throw the spear.
It's like a stick that you throw it.
Yeah,
somebody made a little TikTok like a little man just running, and he
Mm-hmm.
throws a thing, and on the other side of the camera, the dude he's catching little toothpicks and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen that shit. I love it.
So if you guys are watching this, if you made it this far, share us your favorite midget reels, midget memes.
Send it to your favorite midget.
Share them,
right.
and then share them to your favorite little bro.
Hey, I hope nobody hates me because honestly, little people are cool.
Yeah,
bro.
I love them. That's what I'm
midgets.
saying.
The Marclair midgets.
Hashtag Marclair midgets.
Yeah.
Where can everybody find you guys? Where can everybody find you guys?
Doesn't Santa Claus work with the midgets?
Of course, bro.
Elves,
he's the number one.
They're magical.
Yeah.
They're magical. You know,
yeah, it's a
magical
version.
Midgets.
Yeah, no doubt.
Magical midgets. Yeah,
the alliteration is good. The Marclair Project Magical Midget mashup.
Yes, you can find all the Marclair Project Magical Midgets, Facebook, Instagram, X, formerly known as Twitter, but honestly, YouTube and Spotify. Come hit us up. We have two things going on: Tuning In podcasts with Marclair Project, where Shawn and I have fun conversations like this, and
support us a little bit.
Yeah, just come on, give us some likes, give us some love.
You guys are going to come back on, right? We'll talk
anytime
again.
you guys want,
come
bro.
back and give you a little
I
love.
love it.
Yeah.
Fucking perfect, dude.
Yeah, we like to have fun.
Chris, you got any closing remarks?
No, man. I just want to say
this whole thing's about midgets.
Just a little bit. A little bit.
I am so sorry that I instigated this conversation.
You know,
this is the best, unsolicited segment ever, dude. You could not have scripted this at all.
You think you can make a midget time travel?
You could, dude. Chris he was talking about throwing midgets like darts.
You got to say it again, dude. You got to deliver the punchline one more time.
Midget darts.
No.
Darts, yeah.
I'm done. I gotta grow.
You're finally done.
You gotta grow as a person.
But you don't though. That's my thing.
Unfortunately.
No, I
it's all
got
just jokes, and at the end of the day, it's Josh's fault.
For sure.
You can blame me.
Anyway, I was the one that instigated the midget conversation. I'm sorry. I'm obsessed with you little bros. I love you guys so much. Please come find me at Common Freaking Sense. Also here at I Came With Fire podcast. We love you guys. Jump inside the comments and let us know how much you hate us now.
Yeah, please. If you guys share clips, don't forget to tag us.
Yes.
Use the hashtags, please. Hashtag us. Be live fire for effect, no exercise, anything like that. Hashtag us. Yep. Let us know. And hit us up in the DMs. I'm pretty sure that Chris's offer on 100 bones still stands. So
I'm gonna try to
sure
cash that in.
That's right. Oh, hey, do you guys not hear about that from the last episode?
So I think I listened to it and I saved that part, so it's literally on pause when I go back, so I can try to get this.
So if you can in 10 words or less, make it into a coherent sentence that follows the laws of English. 100 bones, dude. 100 bones. Venmo.
I couldn't do it right now.
I'm good for it.
But I have it saved on the study. So that way anybody who's listening's got competition.
There you go. Somebody's listening.
Be quick. Don't go half speed. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
Half speed. All right. This has been another episode of I Came With Fire podcast. I appreciate Marclair Project coming on and talking to us, even for just a little bit. You know what I mean? Pun intended. And we love you guys. Thank you guys for listening. Make sure to hit them up over at Spotify, Instagram, find them on Facebook, wherever, YouTube. And you can find us as well over on Instagram, Spotify, YouTube, Rumble, Google, Apple Podcasts, everywhere you get podcasts.
Let them know about the live show coming up.
We are, yeah. So starting next week on Thursday, we're going to go live on Rumble and YouTube for at least an hour and give you guys some unedited live, Chris and Brandon. So it's be pretty awesome.
Where we may or may not talk about midgets.
Yeah, maybe not,
Maybe not. I don't know.
You'll never know.
It's a little
until you listen. It is a little there it is. And with that, have a good night.
Peace.
Good night.
Yeah.